the Don and Mike Show.
Hi, George. I have always loved you. Before there was a Mike, there was a George. I love you, George.
77 WABC.
George Michael.
Get your love, mother.
Now that's what we like, George.
Can you say Chicago like we do? We play that tape for you all the time when you say
You're at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, when you're at WABC with Chicago.
The Don and Mike Show.
Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara Show. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Mr. Son of a Beach.
Hello, everybody. You got the Don and Mike Show. Coming to you live, 4 hours every weekday. From the studios of WPEK, Washington, D.C. Broadcasting nationwide and coast to coast. You can call Don and Mike anytime for free at 877-365-3636.
That's right.
But turn your radio down.
What?
Know who what you do call.
Oh, really?
No call to play the name game.
What?
No calls to rate women. Don't ask when they're coming to your town.
That's right.
And don't call telling jokes.
What?
The Don and Mike Show.
This program is paid for by the Ernest Ainsley Outreach
The
Partners.
Don and Mike Show. You can get it.
What?
Move to your left. Move to your right. The Don and Mike Show. The best thing you're gonna find. The Don and Mike Show. On your radio.
What?
Get into it. The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime, toll free at 1-877-365-3636. That's 1-877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
It's the Don and Mike Show, and they'll say what they wish. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Well, we all made it back from Tampa Bay. Yes. And it was sure nice to hear last night as the Ravens players accepted the various accolades. Yes. And every once in a while, some of them would say, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Bill Hochberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob Spiewak. Take it away, Rob.
I'm Rob A. Rob Spiewak from the Don and Mike Show on WJFK, and I want to know, are you ready to help our team do a big win over the Giants today? What do you say, fans?
Rob Spiewak.
What do you say, fans? Hi, Robbie.
You know, Phil says he saw you at the commissioner's party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he says you wouldn't make eye contact with him. He was dressed up as Orion the Hunter. I don't know. Anyway. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Bay. Love their bucks and all the ships at sea. Currently starring in Driving Miss Bobby, it's Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Thank you. I guess the whole show's going to be inside jokes.
I got it out of my system. No more superb now.
Thank you. All right, hello, and thank you, Elvis. Thank you for listening, everybody. Coast to coast and nationwide. This show is still brought to you by the auspices of Westwood One. Yeah. It is a new episode on Monday. Jan 29. Phone number same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
877-365-3636. 877-365-3636. What can we say?
Welcome to my world.
Hi, we went to the Super Bowl, and guess what? We're all sick. I know we're not going to garner a lot of sympathy. No. But we're all sick out here.
Step into my heart.
Well, we were, in fairness, we were all sick all weekend.
Leave your cares behind.
Let's start it with Bart. Yes. He gave it to me. I gave it to Mike. Mike gave it to Rob. I gave it to Bart. Well, Rob is over to you and you, Buzz. And it's, of course, built with you in mind.
Built with you in mind. Built with you in mind.
Today should be a very interesting show because I actually have the chills. Wow. And I don't mean I've got the chills like, I've got chills. It's going to be such a great show. I mean, right. I've got the chills.
Yeah, you're just, there's some, floating, varying degrees of death grip floating around. Maybe we gave it to everybody on the plane.
Give ye douche chills.
Douche chills.
Oh, and speaking of on the plane, this morning, listen, first off, on an airplane back from Tampa Bay, leaving very early in the a.m., the guy you don't want to be behind is Bob Golick.
Oh, my God.
Bob Golick he immediately went to sleep. And listen, if you're Bob Golick and you're a guy who's on TV, I guess you really don't care if you showered or shaved or even put on clean clothes before you got onto an airplane.
Well, that's kind of his rap, isn't it? I mean, is Bob Golick, which is there's the put-together Golick brother. No, you know what I mean? The clean-shaven Golick.
This
and then
is
there's
the big, fat one that was on Saved by the Bell.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He was a mess. He wheeled himself onto the plane, and he got in the seat directly in front of Bart and myself. Yeah. And immediately, as soon as he got in the seat goes back 2 inches.
Sure. Which, with his weight, I'm sure.
Yeah, because he's not pressed the button. No, it's just, he's in the chair.
Sure.
And the seat has come back 2 inches. And even, I'm clogged up, Bart's clogged up, we're all clogged up. Right away, we noticed B.O.
Yeah.
Real B.O.
Oh, God.
And then during the flight, and Bob Golick was sleeping the whole flight, quite a few beefers, quite a few FBDs.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They were not pleasant.
Well, I remember we saw him in Radio Row on Friday. Remember, he was over in the back corner. Yeah. That was Bob Golick,
yes,
right?
It was, right.
So this is the long hair, kind
shaggy
of
looking guy,
unshaven Golick brother.
He's a caveman looking guy.
There's another Golick that's also in broadcasting that I forgot what his first name is.
But he's like a slimmed down, better looking version. Although he ain't no male model himself.
No, he's
the
not.
Other Golick brother. But at one point, the stew walked by. The waitress walked by, and she said, "Would you like a glass of water or a glass of orange juice?" And I said, "I think I'll take the water." And she leaned in, and she walked right into the wall of sink, and I could tell she had a reaction, but she didn't say anything. I said to her, "It's not me. It's that guy. It's that guy right there." And then she just looked at me. She looked at me like, "Yeah, I get it."
Oh, my God.
I get it.
Well, I was curious, because Rob and I flew back Sunday morning, and I was curious as to how you found the getting out of town. That's usually pretty insane.
CF.
Yeah.
A gigantic CF. But listen, we've got a whole weekend worth of stuff from Tampon Bay to tell you about. From our Friday night that continued into Saturday afternoon, that continued into Saturday evening.
Yes.
That continued, at least for Bart and I, into Sunday and into late Sunday night.
Right.
What a mess this weekend was. A good mess, but Jesus Christ, what a mess. And you know what? I'm tired of saying I don't care where the seats are. I'm tired of saying, give me a seat anywhere in the stadium. Because Bart and I were 8 rows from the top level of Raymond James Stadium. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were in the 8th row.
Well, you were there
from the very top.
You were, at least you were there.
Yeah, we were there, and you know what was cool is that we did see the stealth bomber because we were up. Because our seats were so bad.
You were actually above the stealth bomber, weren't you?
The stealth bomber really flew very close to where we are, and I normally am not impressed with crap like that.
Right.
I was impressed with that, and then when the Thunderbirds came over, they were so close to where we were that I actually took a step back to look at these 5 planes flying in formation and promptly fell down the aisle. Yeah. Hello, hi everybody. How you doing?
Good evening.
How are you doing?
How's everybody doing up there?
How you doing? But I guess we should start the entire Super Bowl recap with Friday night. We got done with the show on Friday, and we went to the commissioner's party.
Yes, the wonderfully exclusive commissioner's party where, foolishly, we all try to garner these tickets to this event.
Speaking of foolish, did you see in the paper today what they were scalping tickets and getting for tickets for that party?
$1,000 for that gay party.
Do you know how dumb we are?
Oh, my God, really?
We were walking around with extra tickets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we didn't even... Who knew that someone would want to buy tickets to that party? Well, I saw in the newspaper on Saturday in Tampa, they said the hottest ticket in town on Friday night was to the commissioner's party.
Hey, if you like a food line longer than the New Jersey Turnpike,
right,
then that's your event.
However, we found a way around that line.
Well, we found a way around that line that we've never found at this thing, and thanks to all those evil people down in Tampa.
So here's the deal. You get a ticket for this commissioner's party, which is supposed to be very exclusive, and in fact, any schmuck they give the tickets away.
Right.
It's mainly for friends of the NFL. And once you get inside this, it was at the convention center, gigantic, like 8 big ballrooms. This year, the theme was.
What was the theme?
I think it was
Stargaze.
Yes, and we
it was gay gaze.
Yeah, it was like STARGAYS.
What it was a bunch of people, I guess, dressed up like mythic creatures of astrology.
It was the signs of the zodiac.
And the women were all covered up in robes like you would see on that Xerox commercial, but the men, the bodybuilders, were painted with silver paint.
Yeah, they looked like they were rejects from that Broadway show Cats.
And only like muscle bound and up on big pedestals posing for everybody.
Wow. It was like the dudes at Buckingham Palace.
Right.
Because they're not supposed to make eye contact, and they're not supposed to talk with you.
But they are moving, so they would like go into various poses, and it was the weirdest, creepiest thing I've ever seen.
It was very queer.
It was worthless.
So once we get there, we find out that this party is worthless. We start making our way.
But with all fairness, we knew this party was worthless from years past. We know this party is the most exclusive ticket in town. But much like a lot of stuff down there, it's surrounded with unbelievable levels of hype. So everybody wants to go. The only moment that you realize that the party is nothing is when you want to get some food or a drink.
Or when you see that Jeff Shrinsky is there. Because, if they let Jeff Shrinsky in, they're letting homeless people in.
Sure.
So we get in this thing, and, it's a CF to get a drink. You got to wait in line for 20 minutes. They have these gay male models who are posing on these big pedestals. But as you wind your way through the back of the convention center, you see that what they've got is an area where they've got it blocked off with little white picket fences. And back there you've got all the real names. You got your Ditka, you got your Peyton Manning, you got your...
It's amazing that people pay the money they pay.
Your Dick Vermeil.
And some people, with the scalp tickets, going for $1,000 to get into this party, only to walk in and say, hey, I'm in the most exclusive club in the world, and then you see in the middle of the convention center a railing separating you from the real power. It really boggles my mind how they do that to people.
Now listen to this. Listen to this ingenious plan by little Tommy Rivers from our Infinity Station.
Tommy Rivers, who I believe in a previous life was Al Capone.
Wow. As you walk into the convention center, they give you a little button that has a flashing light on it.
And what they do is you have blue tickets, you have gold tickets. And as you're walking up there, they say, blue tickets to the left, gold tickets to the right.
Now, when you're first walking through, you don't know.
No.
You just go, all right.
I suppose we immediately realized our blue tickets weren't.
Yeah,
the gold ticket had to be the A ticket.
It's the crappy ticket. And then you realize when you get your little button that the button corresponds to your ticket, and the button that you wear on your lapel is what gets you into this little fenced-off area where you don't have to wait in line for food, where you don't have to wait in line for drinks, and where you got all the famous people.
The way they handed out the buttons was they put them in these cauldrons, and they would reach in. Once you would hand them the ticket, these idiot volunteers would reach down and hand you your button. Well, one of these brilliant thugs at QIK down there in Tampa Bay apparently handed the guy, he had a gold ticket, handed the guy the gold ticket, and when the guy wasn't looking, reached into this cauldron and just grabbed a handful of these gold badges to get you into the owner's side.
We took... Now, Tom Rivers, although we were certainly in on this.
Right, well, you're in on it after the fact. They said, hey, they introduced us to this guy that had a suit jacket with his pockets full of these gold badges.
They had about 5, maybe 10 of these, and the plan to get everybody into this area was that you would walk past the security guard with the velvet rope, and you would have the correct button on. Then as soon as you were in there, you would take the button off, you would put it in a napkin, you would walk to the corner, and then you would hand it over the velvet rope to someone outside who would then put the same button on.
Tom Rivers, this guy from QIK, who incidentally has to put us on down there because we have to be associated with this.
He kind of owes us.
He owes us now. He comes on and he says, I'm looking for a white Budweiser cup. Well, they don't have white Budweiser cups on this side. What he didn't want was a clear glass because he wanted to put like 4 of these badges into a cup and just hand it to somebody.
So I believe he ended up getting almost 20 people in.
Easy.
With like 4 badges.
Wow. Easily. We commandeered that room. It was basically the owners of every professional football team and a bunch of DJs.
Well, that's good. And we were not supposed to be in there.
And but when you get in there, and they have little degrees of control how they separate you. And you're constantly working. The plot has to continue when we were in there, because once you got in there, if you were going to grab some food and sit down, you're going to have to sit down at somebody's table that you don't belong to.
Right. So what I did was walk around the room.
So did I.
Since every table had the placard from a various team.
Right.
And I walked around and thought, what team is not very popular? And I walked around Indianapolis Colts. There's nobody sitting at the Indianapolis Colts table.
You know where I dined?
Where?
NFL International.
An even better choice. Even more obscure.
Sure. I figured, what the heck.
So I sit down at the Indianapolis Colts table, and they have little numbers.
These are all, we're talking about linen tablecloths.
Yeah.
The difference from the rest of the party was this is where the owners were. This is where there were no lines. This is where the food was phenomenal.
Where they would bring you drinks. You didn't have to, wait in line an hour for a drink.
And you had to have your neck on a swivel because there were so many famous people in there. It was truly amazing.
Wow. So I'm sitting down at the Colts table, and all of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's Peyton Manning, the quarterback of the Colts, and maybe his wife or his girlfriend, I don't know. He says, "Hi, do I know you?" Because it's the Colts table, and I said,
"Right,
I don't think we've met. I'm Don. How you doing?"
Great line. You got to do a lot of that at these parties. We haven't met.
Right. And he sat down, and he did most of the talking. "So, where are you from?" "Are you from Indianapolis?" I said, "Oh, no. I'm from Washington, D.C." He said, He didn't seem to want to ask why I was sitting at the Indianapolis Colts table.
It was large enough in there and confusing enough where you could get away with this.
That's the one.
And it really, the only way is if the table was fully occupied and there was one seat left.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that, but there were enough empty seats, in this monument to excess.
So once the drink started flowing, that's when the courage level started to rise. Okay?
Sure.
And I think the first time was that I had said hello to Dan Snyder, the owner of the Redskins, and I came over and I said to Mike, "Hey, I just said hi to Snyder."
Well, surprisingly enough, it also had some adult beverages, and I said, "You gotta introduce me." This was after you, I guess, when you were saying hi to Dan Snyder. I was introducing myself to Coach Marty Schottenheimer.
Oh, I fixed that one too, incidentally.
Oh my God!
Because Mike was the new coach of the Redskins.
I walk up to him and I said, "Hi, Coach Schottenheimer. Listen, you ever have a complaint about Schneider? You got an open forum right here." And he said, "Well, I don't think that's the way I do business." And he, shook my hand and walked away. And I said, "I burned that bridge quick as anybody could have ever burned a bridge."
So I went right back to him and I said, "Hey, the guy you just met, that's the guy that I work with. He's a giant fan of yours, a big supporter."
I told him that. He seemed to like that part of it, too. I said, because I did use Marty Party.
So here's the Snyder deal. We're kind of bombed. And I said to Mike, "Hey, Snyder just said hello to me." And Mike says, it's almost like daring it,
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Introduce me to him.
I said, "Okay, come on, man."
I said, "All right." So then we inched closer and closer and closer, and he was having conversations with the people. And finally, it was down to him and 2 people. And
I was really standing next to Don, because Don said, "Just wait till there's an opening in the conversation." I said, "There's an opening now. There's an opening now. Go over there."
So here's Dan Snyder's, here's exactly how he reacted. I tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hi. Hey, listen, you know what? Mike would really love to meet you." And here's what Dan Snyder does. He looks at his watch, and he goes, "Bring him over." Like, that's how freaking busy he is.
Oh, yeah. And he wasn't. He wasn't busy at all.
No, but it was a giant goof for us.
Well, we walk over, so Dom waves me over, and I run over like a schoolgirl. I run over, and then, here's Schneider with you on the left, me on the right. The look on his face, this is a man who wanted to be in a different country.
I mean,
he didn't want to have anything to do with us
He had no freaking idea what we were doing in this exclusive area.
Absolutely. Right. But we're just saying hi to everybody. Don, I guess you bumped into. I see Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, walking along, and I'm sitting there, and I go, "Bob!" And he comes walking by. I said, "Mike O'Mara, how are you?" So he didn't keep walking. He introduces me to his wife. This is my wife. "Hello. Nice to see you. Good luck, Bob." Here we are. It's like the idiot Abbott and Costello.
We are the absolute mooks. And then what happens is we're continuing to walk around the room. Now all of a sudden everybody's daring everybody, and someone says to me, "Hey, there's Ditka." I dare you. Go sit down next to Ditka. So this one, I'm more nervous than Schneider or Schottenheimer.
Sure.
But finally, a chair opens up, and I do it just because there's a bunch of guys watching me.
Right.
I just go over and I sit down next to Ditka. And with them watching me, I put my hand on his shoulder.
Oh, God.
And what they don't know is what I'm saying to him is, hi, listen, I'm just proving to my friends that I've got the guts to come sit next to you. I said, if you could turn and wave to that big fat guy and the skinny guy, it would really make me a hero. And he said, no problem. He waved to Strinsky and waved to Tom Rivers.
Right.
And
that's great.
And then I got up to leave, and he said, where are you going? So I sat down and had an adult beverage with Mike Ditka.
Oh, man. I see Phil Sims in the food line, and I'm standing there, and he goes over, and I didn't make any conversation with him because I was staring. Because I was staring at him. And he's
because you love him.
He's reaching in, not after yesterday's broadcast, he's reaching in to scoop out, like, whatever, scallops or whatever, and he's putting them on his plate and whatnot. And I'm just looking at it and at this point, I'd had enough adult beverages where I was kind of just sitting there. I guess my mouth was slightly agape. So I was looking at him piling his plate, and I was looking at him like this. And he just looked up and gave me a little raised eyebrow, which was... And he continued to move through the food line.
I mean, we were the two mooks. We stood out like sore thumbs.
Absolutely. You can dress us up, but
the other mooks that we were there with, they all played the game.
Mm-hmm. They looked more business-like than we did.
They walked around all dignified. I mean, we had our fancy, shiny suits on, but still...
Yeah, but we don't do it like we used to, you know what I mean? We really don't. No. We don't make nearly the effort that we used to. We got, that first time we got invited to that commissioner's party, we both, had the shirts and the ties, but now it's just like the sweater under the suit.
Yeah.
I was like pulling my suit jacket over the Nike logo. So as not to appear, too sloppy. Oh, God.
And I don't even know if you know this, but I took Dick Vermeil by the arm and led him around that little area, trying to find you for like 3 minutes. I just said, hey, Coach Vermeil, my friend really, really wants to meet you.
I become suddenly everybody's biggest fan.
Right. Well, because, it's
a great excuse.
Yeah. Right. And I actually... grabbed him by the sleeve of his coat, and I said, come on, I think he's right over here. I think he's right over here. I think he's over here. And then we hooked up with Bonnie Bernstein for a while.
Nice. Who also looked like she wanted to be in a different state.
And Andrea Kramer, who I believe is in line to star in the Karen Carpenter story if they ever remake that movie.
She was a tad thin.
I mean, she's a sweet lady and a wonderful broadcaster and always been a very good friend of ours when we're down there, but Jesus Christ.
And, of course, Rudy Martzke, who got us our tickets to get into that commissioner's party, and Rudy Martzke, who introduced us to his latest best friend, who he'd met like 2 hours earlier.
Rudy's always got a guy like that.
Yeah, every time we see him.
Who he's just hooked up with.
And it's like Derelict Bob, or this is Wind Up Zippy, or whoever he's got nicknames. Yeah, that's right, Rob. He had the twitching eye.
Rudy's eye was out of control on Friday night.
Absolutely.
And for a while... I mean, I really was the unlucky guy because I was stuck with Mouse for a while on Friday night as she was discussing how Andrea Kramer uses her breast pump sometimes when she's on the phone with Rudy.
Wow.
She'll call at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll say, Rudy, what are you talking about? And he'll say, Andrea Kramer is pumping her breast milk. Could you imagine that? Could you actually sit on the phone with someone and pump breast milk while you were talking to Rudy?
Meanwhile, you're saying, get me out of here.
there was no one to save me.
Oh, God.
So we get done with this commissioner's party, and it's late, but it's not super late. And then someone says, hey, we should go to some other exclusive party.
This is the Maxim Magazine party.
Right, and this is supposed to be the party that's even hotter than the party that we're at.
These guys from QYK, they were all connected down there. Tom Rivers and these people, they had VIP passes to get into this party.
So we get in Tom Rivers' car, and we start driving through... I'm guessing all of Tampa Bay is a ghetto, but we were driving through. I mean, that really was a super ghetto area that we were driving through.
A little rough neighborhood, and you could have dropped either one of us off, and we would not have known where we were.
Well, and I was dropped off because about midnight, the phone rang.
Right,
my cell phone rang. It was Bart, and he said, "Dad, I'm not feeling well. When are you coming back?" And at that point, I said, "You know what? I'm going to bag this and go be with my kid.
And you always know that guys are into going to a party when they start abandoning, the other guys in the car. Because it was, the plan was to literally drop Don off on the street. And then I'm sitting in the middle, and I look over and I see a cab. I said, there's a cab right there.
And I mean,
you want to know, women don't do this. Women are going to say, hey, we'll take you to a certain, we'll walk in with you, we'll call the cab, we'll sit with you for a minute. Oh, no. Guys, really, it's all they can do not to keep the wheels moving when we drop Don off. And so we see a cab over there, and a guy says, hey, stop the cab. And you have 4 guys leaning out the window. They go, cab! Well, stop. And so I'm like, oh, well, at least he'll get a cab.
That cab did not stop, though.
Don gets out. We go roaring off. I can't even turn around because I'm sitting next to Tom Rivers,
and at that
who's
point,
a bit of a tiny man.
At that point, as I watched Tom Rivers' car go down a road, I don't know where I am. I realize all of a sudden I'm standing in the middle of nowhere.
And the car is driving off into the distance. I said, did he get the cab? And the guy in the back says, I don't think so, man.
Oh, well.
But there was no turning around to go rescue you.
No, thank God. I got a cab driver who was absolutely... he might as well have been drunk the way he was driving.
Right.
He violated every traffic law.
Got you back home?
Get me back to the hotel. Beautiful. I was up back with Marty by midnight, but that's where Mike's adventure begins.
Well, we had tickets to the Maxim Magazine party and VIP tickets to the Maxim Magazine party. The funny thing is that the VIP tickets, I didn't realize this at the time, but they allow you to get free booze.
Wow.
Everybody else had to pay for their drinks, but the VIP ticket just kind of had an open glass all night long. So we get to this Maxim Magazine party with the VIP pass on it, and we bump into Shrinsky again, and we see all these thugs. They call them thugs from WPEK, because they're all like Tom Rivers, this guy who runs this radio station, group.
It's a country radio station,
right.
But they're like hillbilly mafia.
They're all like it's like the Tampa Mafia. These guys, they're all running around.
Well,
this
not
one
to mention the fact, they've all got like deputies badges and stuff.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They've all got real deputies badges, because at one point, when we were going to that guy's house to get those passes, they're going like 80 miles an hour, and I said, hey, wow, slow down. And Tom Rivers says, hey, no problem, man. He pulls out his wallet while he's driving 80 miles an hour. He's got a deputy sheriff's badge.
It's incredible.
And then Shrinsky says, hey, I got one too.
Oh, no.
So, like, these guys are, it's like the hillbilly mafia.
Well, it's a lot of sales guys, a lot of people there. It's like everything. You've got a bunch of guys that are hanging around, and then there seemed to be all the women that were there. It was my opinion that there were certain women that were on certain stages that might have been affiliated with a magazine, maybe. But I think most of the women that were walking around there, it was my opinion that these women had been brought in for this party.
Sure.
They all looked kind of like they're probably exotic dancers. That was my impression.
But this wasn't a strip thing, right?
No, not at all. No, this was a Maxim Magazine party. Maxim Magazine is kind of it's the trendy magazine.
Yeah,
now.
We love Maxim Magazine.
And it's really known for its pictorial. And so they have all these women that are running around, and they had celebrities. And, you can't... I have a VIP badge, and it was almost at the end of the evening when Jeff Shrinsky comes up to me and says, hey, you got a VIP badge? I said, yeah. He said, what do you do? This is the way I am at these kind of parties. He said, what are you doing out here? I said, what do you mean? You're in the wrong area. Go back to the exclusive area. And I go back to the exclusive area when the party is basically breaking up. And it's just starting to...
That's always the time that you or I will arrive somewhere.
Right. It sucks, too, because I realized that there are no lines, and it was so crowded out on the main floor. A bunch of guys that are basically staring at women all night long. I did have some celebrity sightings. Magic Johnson, as they said on there, Magic Johnson in the house! Magic Johnson in the house! And then everybody watched Magic Johnson dance because Magic Johnson's 150 feet taller than everybody else.
Right.
And you can see him, but I did see the very puffy Kirstie Alley walk by.
Oh, yeah, I read in the paper that she was there.
And I said, at this point, hey, I'm feeling a little good. I say, Kirstie! As she walks by, and all I got was the turnaround and a little twinkle wave, like that little that kind of wave. And I'm trying to think of any other the only other celebrity. And I tried to initiate. They were whisking him away, but this was a powerful showbiz luminary party. Mr. Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Big time with his Bozo the Clown hair. And he was having, it was kind of written all over his face that he might have had too much day.
Really?
I think they were getting him out of there. I mean, he was looking like he was feeling pretty good. But that was really the beginning of the adventure, because that's when I bumped into two guys from the station here. Crazy Ivan, you know Ivan, one of our sales guys, and a gentleman who, wherever there's a party, I am convinced he will arrive. Mr. Steve Johnson. I don't think Steve Johnson has missed a party in the last 30 years.
This was cracked my ass up the most. I talked to Mike on Saturday morning. He said, what'd you end up doing? He said, ended up with Steve Johnson.
Steve Johnson and Ivan, and we get out of this party, and they say, hey, you want to get a cab and go back to the hotel? I said, yeah, that'll be great. So we leave this party, and I realized suddenly that there's one narrow little road going into this place. Where, once again, when you go to these things and you're being driven places, I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, and it's not like
I could have been in Miami. It wouldn't have mattered.
It's not like Tom Rivers and the Hillbilly Mafia are waiting for you to give you a ride back to the hotel.
Well, these parties, everybody kind of disperses and goes their separate way. So we go out and we walk around, and at this moment, when you're thinking like this, we all decide we're going to just try to commandeer a limo. Now, really, you would say to yourself, how do you commandeer a limo? How do you just, get a limo? And
How did you do it?
Well, something, I never thought it would be that easy.
And not just any limo.
I believe it was a Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah, it was a Ray Lewis limo.
And I believe it was brand new.
Wow.
And I believe I just asked the guy if I could get in. And I believe he let me.
Wow.
And I believe Steve Johnson and Ivan followed. And I believe probably 100 people got in the limo after that. And I believe we ended up at another party. And I believe the evening ended at 3:30 in the morning.
When did you lose your cell phone?
It was, I think what happened was, because I had gotten into this limo first before the people that paid for it got in it.
Right.
I was all the way to the very end, right by the driver's side. And so then 100 people piled into this limo. And as opposed to, wanting that tedious wait of waiting to get out of the limo while 100 people piled out, I decided that I would go through the divider window.
You climbed through the divider?
Yes, I did. And it was at this moment that I think I lost my cell phone.
Sure.
Again, for the second time in a month. My God. So, the first time, I don't know where I put it, but this time it was, I had it in my breast pocket.
On Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock, I called Mike up. And I know he's not feeling good because he's talking like Major Bill, but he's not doing it as a joke.
No, it's real Major Bill. Don calls me about 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Which 9 o'clock for me might as well have been 5:30 in the morning.
I said, hey, what'd you end up doing last night? I ended up with Steve Johnson. I said, really? You ended up with Steve Johnson? Are you going to play golf tonight? No, I'm going to lay here in the fetal position for a while.
I said, but thank you so much for the invite. And, I actually watched a movie and then went to bed.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
I believe I rallied at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, and listen, hold on. We'll pick it up there when we come back. Because, Rob and I and Wendell and Bart had some adventures before we hooked up with you at our fantastic parking lot party.
Yes. At the greatest hotel in the world.
At the Holiday Inn.
At the greatest Holiday Inn known to mankind.
Center City. I mean, I think if you've gone in that hotel with one of those black lights.
Right, exactly.
Forget about it.
Hi, can we lose any stuff for you, sir?
There are the touchstones. Oh, that's right. I forgot how mad you were that they lost your shirt.
Yeah, they lost my shirt. But they got it back for me the day after I needed it.
There are the touchstones. Let's clear these lines out right now. I got to call 100.
I'm sorry, the receipt will not be printed. So you'll have to check out and we will send it to you. What is your fax number?
Folks, what did you expect? You expect we go to something like this and come back and say everything was great?
I'm sorry, we do not have dental floss. I wanted dental floss. They didn't have it.
Oh, well, I went through the deal. I told you on Friday. Yeah. Trying to get a thermometer for the boy.
You see the color of the water when you first turn it on? Did you get that?
A little brownish.
Yeah, brown.
Coppery.
It comes out. It was fine water pressure that I had, but the first inch or so of the water was...
Okay. Clear them out. Let's get a call 100 now. They're at the Touchstones again with the secret song. Call Lisa right now. She'll take the 100th call. Her phone number is 877-365-3636.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I'm sorry about the confusion, Larry, but you know the network.
Yeah, they are a bunch of dickheads, aren't they?
God damn it. The Don and Mike Show.
Right. Time for call 100. Here we go. Hello there, Don and Mike Show.
Hey there.
Hi.
Caller 100.
Yes, pick up, please.
Thank you.
Thank you for picking up. What's your name?
This is Matt.
Hi, Matt. Where are you from?
Reno, Nevada.
Matt, call number 100. Oh, we're coming out there.
I know you are. We are looking forward to it.
Hey, it's an excellent chance to hear our Barry White promo again. Fantastic. Yeah. Let's all enjoy that. The stylings of Mr. Jason Feces.
Don and Mike Show cordially invites you to a beautiful evening in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Friday, February 23rd, it's the Don and Mike Lake Tahoe Reno Style Show. This gala show will include all the raunchy fun you've come to expect, including the underwear fashion show, of course. The show is at Harrah's of Lake Tahoe, and it starts at 8 p.m. It's first come, first served. So make your plans now. We invite your ass to come on down.
The Don and Mike Las Vegas Style Show.
I'm cutting the fucking spot, Tony.
Don't miss it.
You've ever heard that Barry White tape that we have?
He does the finest Barry White impression in the country.
And every day, Jason Vesey says something to me like, join me for a lovely walk down the stairs.
He's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so you're from Reno. Call 100. Here you go. You won the Blockbuster DVD rental pass, and that means you get one free DVD rental every day for the next 30 days from Blockbuster, the best way to DVD.
Woohoo! Right on.
All right, good prize. Right on, my friend.
Nice.
Right on. Oh. Didn't Budweiser steal our idea for that commercial?
Yes, Budweiser did a commercial that ran on yesterday's Super Bowl that we had done over
a year
8 months ago.
No, longer than that. I mean, anybody tell me if this sounds familiar, okay?
This is almost a year old.
Yellow.
Hello there, old friend. What are you doing?
Hey, what is up? I'm just watching Antiques Roadshow and having some apple juice. Whoa!
Hey, there's my call waiting. Hello? Hello, companion. Hey, it's Charlie Broyhill.
Hey, Charlie, what is up? Oh! Hold on. There's a knock at my door. Hello?
Well, hello there, old friend. What is up?
Not much. I'm just having an apple juice watching Antiques Roadshow.
Wow. Watching Antiques Roadshow and having an ice cold apple juice. True that.
Okay. Amazing. I mean, really, that's the exact same idea.
The idea. That was one of the most popular commercials during the Super Bowl yesterday. A bunch of white guys who couldn't say what's up.
Right. Too bad it's not a song or a movie idea.
Yeah.
If it was a song or a movie idea, we'd be able to sue them.
Well, we should be able to get something. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Should we be able to get something for that? I mean, I'd like to hear from people that know about that sort of thing, that's our idea.
Yes, we've been running that for a year.
And they used it to sell their product and make money. So, that's intellectual property.
Correct.
And it's ours.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, here you go with the secret song. I don't want to forget that. Sponsored by our friends across the hall at Main Street Title. You'll play for $500. Simply identify this top 10 song from the 80s. Godspeed. Please don't answer till Mike sings like
Bono.
And we wish you, like I said, Godspeed.
Caller, name this secret song.
There it is. Oh, I was singing that song all weekend in Tampa. I found every time that I was down, I would sing that song. It would really pep me up. God, that's a great happy song. It really is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. For $5. What is that song?
Guys, I have not a clue. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
How about placating us to just guessing a song?
Oh, God, I would have to say Devo Whip It.
Okay, No.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing along, though.
Thank you for giving us a guess.
And please don't forget that every guess is
a clue for you.
A clue for you. Oh, and you know, the Ravens, all of the Super Bowl stuff is now running together. The commercial.
And congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens if we didn't get a chance to say that yet.
The Ravens, tomorrow, they're having the parade in Baltimore, and we're sending Lisa down.
Very good.
With the tape recorder.
Hello, hon.
And she will have her full report. We received this from an entrepreneur in Baltimore. I thought it was a goof, but it's true. It's Ray Lewis hot sauce and Ray Lewis jalapeno sauce. And, they sent us like a couple of bottles of this crap and wanted to know if we would do free commercials for them.
Well, we just did.
For Ray Lewis. Well, no. I mean, we did but it was mocking Mike.
Yes, I know it was.
And we didn't give out the website where you can...
Didn't they have Ray Lewis water in that same crate?
Yes, that's right. It was also Ray Lewis drinking water.
Branching out.
Ray Lewis drinking water. And hey, nice dance last night, Ray.
And congratulations on the MVP for Mr. Ray Lewis. And I just, you won't meet a more humble man.
It's too bad that Disneyland went with old doofus Trent Dilfer.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And then Ray Lewis said they're the greatest defense in NFL history.
Right, and he's entitled to that opinion because
absolutely they won the Super Bowl.
Opinions are like cowboy hats. Right. But I don't know if I was an investor. I don't know if I would invest in Ray Lewis hot sauce or Ray Lewis jalapeno sauce.
I think it'll be flying off the shelf.
So do I.
It'll be bigger than Survivor 2.
Yesterday he was guilty of obstruction of defeat. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Before we get back to the Super Bowl stuff, I don't know why they bother to send us Xerox copies of hate letters. It's the management here that sends us a copy of a hate letter.
That's nice.
I mean, what purpose does that serve? Like, for instance, we received in the mail today 2 separate pieces of hate mail. One of them is actually quite funny. A guy who listens to the show in Spokane, Washington, on KFAM, sent us something out of the Spokane Spokesman Review.
The Spokane Spokesman?
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
In the letter to the editor segment. And now this is actually funny. Because the guy's writing about our show. He doesn't know who we are, but here's what the guy writes.
Okay.
Garbage mouths still soil local airwaves. As I dialed through the AM talk show programs the other day, I stumbled upon 2 men having a dialogue on AM 790. Comedy hardly describes what I heard, unless you consider their own laughter at each other's crude remarks humorous entertainment.
Well,
I enjoy humor as much as anyone, but the language of these 2 men on midday air was shockingly profane, vulgar, and tasteless drivel.
Aye.
I did not listen long enough to hear who sponsors this obnoxious pollution of Spokane's airwaves.
Wow.
Or whether management opens the show with some type of cowardly disclaimer.
Specifics, please.
If this is a free speech thing, some people are missing the point of that right which we all cherish. This alleged comedy talk show abuses the intent of free speech by burning our ears with filth in the guise of humor. Who are the producers and sponsors of this show?
Who are these people?
Surely this program will not last. Good luck.
He's going to be disappointed.
Or I have misread the profile of this community citizens, who I hope will quickly turn the dial past this smut, as I did. Ron Ross, Spokane, Washington.
Where are our names in there?
Well, no, it's 790, that's us.
You didn't catch it. And it's midday.
And we're on from noon till 4.
So it had to be us.
Yeah, and the rest of the station is sports programming.
Well, maybe he's a man of conviction where he really didn't stay with it, right? Because he didn't have any detail there, but I bet he stayed with it a while.
So that one I don't mind getting. That one I laugh at. That's like funny. A listener sent us that out of the newspaper. Now, listen to this letter. This letter comes to our general manager here at JFK, Alan Linewand. Okay. And it goes to, as you can see, it started with Jim McClure, then it was passed to Jeremy Colden, then it was passed to Alan, then it was passed to Ken, and it's on my desk today, Don G, FYI, Ken.
Okay.
Dear manager, yesterday afternoon the segment done by Don and Mike was totally disgusting. I had the misfortune of allowing my 13-year-old son to choose the station on the way home, and before I knew it, I was hearing a physical description of a woman's vagina. This must be pushing the envelope by any pornographic standard. I was totally shocked that something like this could be done on regular radio. Question mark. What the hell is the world coming to? 3 question marks. Innuendo and other sexual exploitation of women may be considered entertainment by some, but this was off-the-wall rated X material and should not be allowed to come across our public radio stations. I am complaining about this and hope your station will be more responsible towards the listening audience of the future. I realized that Don and Mike, in my opinion, two fat pigs.
Wow.
Could never get women any other way to expose themselves without using their position in pricey giveaways. But in the future, let them keep their disgusting fantasies in their own home. Hey! Signed, totally offended woman listener.
Well, she told us, we didn't need the fat pig thing.
Listen, honey, I'm sorry you didn't like it. But first off, if you let your kid run the radio, well, you're being a bad parent. And second off, why the hell is this on my desk today? What lesson are we supposed to learn from this letter?
What lesson you've learned is management is always trying to cheer you up.
Yeah, right.
They're really behind you around here. I think that's been demonstrated.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I mean, what's the point of this?
I mean, they want to cheer you up. It's like, you know what the point of this is? No one had a thought as to what the point of that was.
This is a bad, anonymous letter written with a poor grammar by a woman who obviously doesn't like this show. How come this letter wasn't just dumped right in the garbage can?
Yeah, because they wanted to make your day.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, Jim. All of the people who saw the letter before it worked its way to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay, so now let's get back to the Super Bowl.
Very good. It was quite a weekend in Tampa.
So Saturday morning, call Mike about 9. Mike's in the fetal position. At this point, Bart's feeling better.
Right. Good.
I've not been hit with what he has yet. So I call Rob up and I say, hey, what are you doing? Let's go to the White Trash NFL Experience.
Okay.
Rob says, great. I'm meeting Wendell for breakfast. Let's hook up with Wendell and have breakfast. Then the four of us can go to the NFL Experience.
Very good.
The NFL Experience, I know you see it on TV, and they make it look like some amusement park.
Right.
It's not. It's the biggest scam in the world. They charge people $20 for the right to come in and stand in line for 30 minutes to throw a small plastic football.
Something you could do in your own backyard for free.
Through a hole.
There you go. Okay. You could cut a hole into, the wall and do it.
And don't forget, they're also charging you $20 to shop official NFL merchandise.
Yes. Yeah, you're also being charged $20 so you can come into the store to buy more things.
Right, you can't buy it for free. You have to pay the admission in order to buy it.
I think it's important that we reveal this.
Yes. But the funniest part of this whole expedition to the NFL Experience was, once again, Bobo Spiewak. Because at one point, they have a gigantic, life-size picture of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Right.
A team photo.
They love their Bucks.
I get it. Okay, and the deal is that you, being the loyal fan, can go stand and put your head between Warren Sapp and John Lynch, and then you have a picture for your friends where it looks like you're on Tampa Bay.
Beautiful.
Well, as mook after mook after mook comes up to get their picture taken, Rob is hiding behind this thing, and right as some family says, okay, smile, Rob sticks his head up. So all of these people were going to go home and think that they have a picture of their loved one.
Right.
Actually,
who is that? Well, who is that enormous head?
And he was given the same smile that he gives on his driver's license picture.
The open mouth, flash those pearly white smile.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Shazam! That's the best way to describe that smile on the air.
We bust the nut. We must have spent 15 minutes just watching Rob hide and get his picture taken with strangers.
Rob, would it be safe to say Rob, who is officially our court jester when we're on the road, was on his game this weekend?
Absolutely.
He was truly on his game right until I said goodbye to him in the airport.
So we get back from the NFL Experience. It's about 1 o'clock on Saturday. And listen, this dirtbag hotel we stayed at, the Holiday Inn, City Center, Tampa Bay.
I think you should rename it based on the smell of my floor, the Holiday Inn BM.
It is. It is an awful flea bag, rat-infested, stains on the ceiling, stains on the floor, nothing modern, nothing
In all fairness,
new.
I didn't have any flea bites and I didn't see any rats.
Okay, but I know that they were there. It's an awful hotel, but it was where we were at. And this is the point when I think I realized that we were the most pathetic. Because what they were having in the parking lot by the turnaround in the front of this hotel was a DJ who was playing Ice Ice Baby at like decibel level plus 25. I mean, you could not hear yourself think. So there were 4 picnic tables that were set up in front of the hotel.
It was the, exclusive patio area.
And Rob and Wendell and Bart and myself sat there for nearly 2 hours. Rob was doing crossword puzzles.
Right.
I was reading the newspaper. Bart was attempting to do his homework. And Wendell was on his way to becoming the Wendell that we all really got to know on Saturday night.
Really, he had started that early. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we had, Rob and I had a Bloody Mary or two also at this early afternoon thing.
Nothing to do.
Then Mike comes down and he joins us. And then we decide, you know what? We're going to go to this Gasparilla.
Gasparilla is the big event. You probably saw it covered on the news that they have down there in Tampa. It's
like Mardi Gras.
It's a Mardi Gras where everybody, the only difference is everybody dresses as pirates. So, it's one seriously party. It's a serious party town.
This is where Mike was cracking me up because you were hungover.
Yeah.
And you were not happy.
No.
And we were trying to decide how we would get to the area in town, Ybor City, where they had closed off the streets and where they were throwing out beads and girls were showing their teats.
Right.
Mike says, I'll handle it. I'm going to go to the guy who runs the Holiday Inn shuttle. I'm going to light him up, and I'm going to get him to take us there.
Right.
So, Mike goes over.
I walk up to this kid, and I say, hey, for $20, will you take us down to the Ybor City so we can go to the Gasparilla thing? He said, give me 15 minutes. Go out, wait on the corner. And I'm hungover. I mean, easily duped, and I go, okay. So I tell all my cohorts that I've taken care of it. I'm very proud of myself. And that if we go off the hotel grounds and stand on the corner, that this guy will meet us in 15 minutes. And I'm very, very excited about this until 20 minutes goes by.
And then Mike looks back over at the guy, and the guy leans out of the van and gives him one of these, like, no.
Go further, go further.
You got to move further.
And then the a-hole who works for Holiday Inn vanishes.
Yep.
Never to be seen again, and that's when we decide to take Wendell's. But I thought,
of course, it was a scam. That I'm sure he's sitting there laughing, going, hey, look.
But I didn't give him the money up front.
Yeah, but still, he got to laugh at.
Yes.
First, he got to watch the five of us, four of us, however many it was, standing on the street across from the hotel.
Right.
Then when he told us to walk down further,
right,
we walked another 3 blocks and stood on that corner.
I know.
For another 10 minutes.
I apologized. Then I realized we'd been scammed, and then the idea was to take Wendell's blazer,
right,
and take that over to Ybor City, where we were going to go, try to get something to eat and go to, see all the events.
So we get down to Ybor City. And it's, it's not like Mardi Gras. It's a festive attitude, and you can have open containers of beverages.
It's very festive. Everybody in town for the big game, and it's when you get the bird's eye view of all the real fans.
Yeah.
God love them, all the spoiled fans that have come down for the big game. So, all the drunk, spoiled, loud, pushy. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to push you out of the way, fans.
Oh, yeah.
I was in that kind of frame of mind.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
I was just having none of it. I had been, you just, at a certain point when you go to an event like this, and for anybody that's ever planning on doing it, you really have to have quite a tolerance for being kind of pushed out of the way.
Right.
Because people that go to the event, people that are going to go to the Final Four, the World Series, that are going to go to the event are people that are used to me getting what I want, and they will push you out of the way, and they won't apologize.
I have to applaud Mike, because after about an hour in Ybor City, he was approaching my level of hatred of all things.
Absolutely.
We were
pretty much, you and I were really having a discussion how we hate all people.
Hot dog at that diner that we stopped at.
Oh, my God.
We could find no restaurant to eat at about 4 o'clock.
Right.
They shut down every restaurant on the whole street of Ybor City.
So there's this cheesy 50s Art Deco diner.
It really looked like they maybe opened that morning. But they hadn't. They'd been there a long time. They just didn't know what they were doing.
So they get us a table, and we sit down, and we waited, how long, 20 minutes in there?
I think at least.
And the waitress walked by us like 20 times. I don't know what vibe we were giving off.
We were giving her some kind of vibe. Usually when you've got the big table, you can usually get somebody to come over, but I guess they were understaffed or something like that, and, everybody else was, realizing, all people do down there is get their feed bag on all day long. So we decided at that point that it was time to move on and leave, and we weren't really sure whether we were going to be able to find a place to eat, because it was really starting to get nuts down there. I mean, you couldn't move in the streets because there were so many people.
So we ended up finding a very nice restaurant.
Yeah, we lucked out on that. We had a really, really nice meal.
In between walking around, trying to find a place to eat, Wendell was continuing the festive drinking that had been going on a couple hours earlier.
I would have suggested, if I had known what Wendell Hall's deal was going to be down in Ybor City, I seriously would have suggested that he gets one of the smart carts from the airport and maybe just put a keg on it so that he could carry, so really, the man required so much beer.
You know those Foster's cans, those Giants Foster's cans?
Right.
At least 3 of those.
And we would be walking along, and we're all, we're all kind of enjoying the day, and about every 30 seconds, someone would say, "Where is Wendell?" And Wendell would be at one of the little beer stands having a conversation and ordering up another beer.
So at one point, Bart said to me, and I hope Wendell's not offended, but this is
I don't think
he said, "Hey, Dad, look at Wendell is just like Homer Simpson." Dad, Wendell, because he was walking by a window, and there was a girl who was just standing in the window.
Right.
And Wendell just stopped and was just staring at the woman. Right. Just staring, and then he realized that she was a barmaid.
I'm wondering if I could get another beer, please. Thank you very much. There we go.
A great Wendell quote was when we were at lunch when he said, "I like the way he pours that beer." So when the waiter came over, Wendell said, "I'll have another spicy martini, a Budweiser, and did I see a key lime martini on the menu? One of those, please." He ordered 3 drinks
at once. So he was definitely out of his mind.
Right.
And it was late in the afternoon, and we were just trying to get the hell out of there. And like Mike said, every 2 seconds we'd walk along and go, "Oh, where's Wendell?"
Yeah.
Where's Wendell? Hey, Wendell, come here, Wendell.
I'll give him credit. But Wendell was not like the guys that were, some of the people we saw down there. The guys that are sitting there with holding their beer glasses up and just kind of looking at you like,
No, Wendell was very subdued.
He was enjoying his afternoon. Really, he was kind of slowing the progress of our convoy, but I mean, he was really outside of that. He wasn't doing much else,
And then we had to figure out how we were going to get back to the hotel.
Right.
Because there's not a chance we could let Wendell drive.
No.
And then the thought is, well, Bart could drive, but Bart's only got that restricted license that let him drive with another adult present. And Jesus, the place is loaded with cops, and there's all kinds of crazy people out there. So Mike took the wheel.
Okay. Yeah, because you might find this surprising. I was dry that day.
Oh, wonderful. Mike was not drinking on Saturday.
Yeah, Mike was recovering on Saturday. Absolutely.
So he drove back, and the conversation in this Blazer, and it was the 5 of us packed in this Blazer, at one point was so funny that I thought Wendell was going to gag himself. He was laughing and spitting. He still had a beer with him. And
it was the kind of off-air funny stuff where we're talking about people we can't talk about on the show, where Wendell went into this strangulated gurgle of a laugh at one point where I thought we were going to have to call the paramedics.
It was...
Oh, my God. Just like...
I mean, that's exactly the sound.
Oh, my God.
And he made it all the way from Ybor City.
There's one moment when Rob said something funny and Wendell started laughing like that, and Don and I just looked at each other like we were laughing too, but then once that subsided and Wendell was going, I looked over and I'm like, my God, we're going to have a fatality in this car.
We thought Wendell was going to die.
Oh.
So we get back to the hotel, and what time did Wendell call you to see if you wanted to go back out?
45 minutes later.
45 minutes later.
I saw Wendell later, too. I went for a walk to find a souvenir jacket, which I never found, and I went like on this hour-long walk through all this carnival stuff. I'm walking over people's issue and stuff. It was nasty. Finally, because I was on my way to the official hotel, I like staying in our hotel and feeling like second-class citizens. If you really want to feel like a second-class citizen, you walk 1 hour to get to the official hotel of the NFL. I think it was the Hyatt, and they ask you for a wristband and then turn you away.
And what did they call our hotel? They called them splinter hotels? Spillover hotel. Congratulations. You are in the NFL Media Spillover Hotel.
Exactly.
You're in the asshole.
Yeah. And then I finally get back, and because when I went to this, Dom was wearing this souvenir jacket that was about $50 that I really liked, and I wanted to get one for myself, and I was looking all over for it. We finally said, well, it's back at the hotel lobby. It's one thing our hotel had was a little stand, a little souvenir stand. And so when I finally get to the guy, once again, like everything else, the only thing I have is XXL. I am terribly sorry. Now, there was a day where that would have been the size I would have looked for, but those days do not exist anymore. And so I said, well, thank you very much. I'll go march out into the street and find it.
Did you ever find it?
No, I never found it.
You never found it?
No.
You know, we were trying to get you to buy those queer jackets.
I know, yeah. Everybody was trying to talk me into buying this, like, knee-length leather jacket that cost $1 million that had the Giants logo on it. I'm so glad I didn't do that.
It was the day.
And, everybody's telling me, hey, it looks Rob especially. Sure. And Rob, I just want you to know I knew exactly what you were doing. It really looks good on you. Yeah, and then, and the fun. Oh, the fun and laughter that would ensue if I bought that.
We even made you put it on a couple of times.
Yeah, you made me put it on twice. I shouldn't have done that the second time.
Come on, put it on again. It doesn't look that bad.
Right, no.
You should buy it. How much? It's $350. It's worth it.
Yeah, worth every nickel.
It's worth it.
I look like an idiot.
It was a leather jacket. I don't even know if it was real leather.
I think it was real leather. I think it was real leather.
Down to mid-thigh.
Right.
And had the helmets, giant helmets on each shoulder. Right. And on the back, it looked like someone puked the word Super Bowl. And it was just the most garish thing.
It was garish, yeah. It was garish. And boy, I would have really enjoyed that today, right after the big win.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we tried to get you to buy it, and you wouldn't buy it. Now, at this point, we effectively parted company because Mike and Rob came back on Saturday morning.
Right.
Bart and I stayed for the game on Sunday.
So Rob and I get up at the crack of dawn on Sunday morning, and we had to leave the hotel at about 6:30 in the morning. So as we're driving to the airport, Rob, is a phobic flyer like I am, and Rob, his doctor had given him some tranquilizers to make the flight. I realize we're saying this, and we're just sounding like a bunch of we're so alcohol and drug dependent on this show. But this is a prescription that Rob had, so he wouldn't, be nervous and he wouldn't drink and he'd feel refreshed. So we're driving, but I assumed he only needed it on the way down, and we're driving to the airport at 6:30 in the morning. And Rob's conversation, it wasn't a conversation. It was a sentence that began, I estimated, at 6:40, and at about 7:10, the sentence was continuing. And the sentence was, my mom's going to pick me up at the airport. Carrie normally doesn't come in, and she's going to wrap the baby up, and it's really going to be something. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. And I look over, and I said, did you take one of your pills? And he says, yes, I did.
What time?
At 5:30 in the morning. So apparently Rob had set his alarm to take his pill like Elvis would have.
Right. I took my attack at 6 for a reason. Because it's a 6-hour ride, those pills. That's what the doctor told me.
You didn't take it at 6. You took it at 5:30.
No, I took it at 6 because I wanted to know it would be clear at noon. So
all I know is it hit. As soon as that cab pulled out of the hotel turnaround, you began to...
I wanted to leave at like 6:45, right?
Right, exactly.
So it was 45 minutes by the time I got in the cab. So it makes sense.
I'm pissed on me right now. Here we go, going to driving a while. This is a nice cab.
I was having a great time.
And I looked, and that's when I see the little chalk at the corner of his house, which is indicating...
I told you when I drove him to the airport last Thursday night that I immediately... I had the same thing. I looked at him and I said, you took your pill, didn't you?
Right.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, if they ever need a spokesman, I would do it for free. That is a great product. It truly is. And I've never felt better.
And really, at that point, really, for me, all I'm hearing is...
It's early and you're tired.
I'm not drinking, and I don't have a pill, and I don't like to fly either. So I just want to put my headphones on, listen to the cockpit. Incidentally, and for every airline, this is just for me, okay? I don't know if there are other phobic flyers that feel like I do. What I like, one of the reasons that I don't like to fly is because I'm not flying the plane myself. They say it's a certain kind of guy that has a fear where you want to be in control, and I'm not crazy. This is a normal reason you feel out of control that you're not controlling your own destiny. It's one of those. It's a little.
This is Sam Huff.
What is that? It's a little complicated.
It's very complicated.
The cockpit voice, what do they call it? The cockpit voice, not I don't want to say recorded, because that's how the plane's going to go down.
Voice from the cockpit?
Voice from the cockpit.
You can plug your headphones in and you can hear what the pilot is saying.
You hear, it's cockpit communications is what it is, and they put it in, and I love it. I wish every plane, commercial jet in the country would do it, because I listen to that, and I do. I listen to that from the minute we take off all the way through, looking out the window.
Retard.
I'm not a retard. It helps me. It keeps me. Was I not calm on that flight?
You had a great flight.
At one point, I heard.
How would you know, though?
Elvis. I thought he was fine.
Rob's doing his 40th crossword puzzle, in this state of, narcotic haze that he's in. And I tap him on the shoulder because I hear the voice cockpit instruction to bank 360 and to turn. I know they're going to turn right. So I tap Rob on the shoulder and I go, right turn. And as soon as I said that, the plane turned right.
I thought he was a mastermind. And we really should real quick thank all the folks at United who really, it was a great flight up and we promised we would.
Yes.
Everyone at
we
United.
know why. They upgraded Rob.
That's right. So thank you.
And they were the lady down there, I don't remember her name.
Me neither, for some reason. Normally I'm good with details.
She was we charmed her to death. She was a sweet lady.
Her name was Gladys Presley, wasn't it?
It was Mama.
And Jackie.
Mamo.
And Jackie Onassis, our flight attendant.
Yeah, remember, we decided that 25 years ago, one hell of a piece.
Yes, absolutely. In her day.
Boy.
How often do we say that on planes? Seriously. Seriously, do we say that more than anything else? In her day.
We had a hot waitress on our plane today.
Waitress?
I mean, really. Shapely, blonde.
Really?
Nice looking, smelled real nice.
That's good. Good.
The one that she was with, though, her tag team partner.
Sally Bullock?
Yeah, was like, there's Ballbreaker. From Porky's. I mean, it's like, they go out of the way to find one beautiful girl to greet you as you get onto the airplane, and then once you're in a comfort zone, that's when they bring out Broomhilda to say, that will not fit in the overhead compartment. You'll have to check that, please. Listen, you guys, very lucky because you get the hell out of there.
I would not. I don't want to be there the day after the game. If I was going to go to a game, I'm a Giants fan. I would have gone to yesterday's game, but I wanted to get out of town.
Well, you're very lucky you got out of town because we didn't. And I got up on Sunday morning, and, I love going to the game. I love going with Bart. It's our big thing. But I got caught up in all the hype about how bad the traffic was going to be.
The traffic down there is horrible.
And the fact that there was going to be no parking.
Right.
So I see at about 9 o'clock on the news that there are people who are selling spots in their front yards down by the stadium, by Raymond James Stadium, which is incidentally like all of Tampa, in a bad neighborhood.
Right.
So I said to Bart, you finish your homework, because that was the deal. Finish your homework before you go to the game. I'm going to go down, scope this out, and I'm going to find someone, and I'm going to get us a spot right by the stadium.
Very good.
So I go down, and it is like squatters. You know those hillbillies who say, because I'm sitting down, I own this property?
There you go.
This is my property. There you go. 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm going down Dale Marbury Boulevard. I can see the stadium in front of me, and already there's every goddamn Cletus with a big cardboard sign.
Right.
And many of them misspelled parking. A lot of it was P-A-K-I-N-G. Packing. Paking. It was, excuse me, it went from $5 to $20.
Right.
Some guy had a sign that said parking, $1,000.
Oh, my God.
So I was just driving through this neighborhood, and I saw this grandma standing in front of this house with her daughter, and it was about 4 blocks from the stadium.
Right.
So I pulled up, and I said, hi, how you doing? Are you going to be selling any parking spots? She said, yes. And I said, showed her my credential. Said, CBS, going to be getting here later. How much would you charge me for your driveway? So I'm positive that I can get in and get out, and I won't be blocked. And she said, $50. This was through the interpreter.
Right.
$50. She didn't speak English, so her daughter spoke English. So then I gave her $50. And I said, okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, no.
And as I drove down the road.
Did you see them laughing?
No, I thought, I'm an idiot.
Right.
I just gave somebody $50.
Stranger.
They don't know who the hell I am.
Right.
I wrote down the address of their house, but I have no way of knowing.
They didn't live there.
that they didn't live there.
Right.
But as it turns out,
were they honest?
Yes, they were.
Good.
And I called Broyhill on the way to the game, and I said, hey, I'm going to get a cherry spot. He was, loving it. Oh, you're a dope.
Right.
You gave some lady $50 at 9 o'clock this morning.
For the driveway, though. That's good. Not parking on the grass or anything for their driveway.
What the hell were you thinking? So we made our way through the neighborhood and saw the house. Now, the old lady was not in front of the house. Her grandson was there.
Right.
And he said, by this time the price has gone up. He says, I got a spot right here, $250.
Ooh.
You won't get parked in. And I said, I was here earlier. Maybe you remember me. At this point, I'm thinking, oh, my God, I have been taken.
Right.
Thank God the old grandma comes outside. She goes, oh, yes. I moved my car now.
Oh, good for her.
So it worked out. So,
So what they were doing is that they were realizing that they were getting more money as the day was going on, but the grandmother remembered your agreement.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
At 9 a.m.
Was she hot?
Oh, so hot. Trey affable. So hot, Mike.
In her day.
Think Martin Scorsese's mother. That's exactly what this baby looked like.
Beautiful.
Right, absolutely. So once we figured out that we weren't being scammed there, then we realized that because I was paranoid about the traffic all day. Now, keep in mind, I went to the stadium at 9 o'clock in the morning to buy the spot. The game doesn't start until 6:20. I said to Bart, at 1 o'clock, look at this crap on TV where they've got all the helicopters saying that the roads are jam-packed. And I said, we better go right now. I mean, I really overreacted. I said, we better go right now, 1 o'clock, let's go.
Would you get there about 1:30?
1:40.
That's too funny.
1:40. We pull right up, and again.
See, you're in the city. I mean, we were in the city, so I mean, it's people from all the outlying, and they have so many causeways there. They have so many narrow roads that lead into the city. It's a very difficult place to get to because it's surrounded by all that water, and you have to be very careful getting into Tampa.
So we had roughly 5 hours until the game, and the stadium didn't open until 3 o'clock, so we went back to the NFL experience again.
There you go. Just to walk around for 3 hours?
Yeah, just killed 3 hours walking around.
Oh, my God.
Buying, water. Hey, you haven't lived till some guy charges you $5 for water.
Well, it's a true event. There is hype, and then there is the Super Bowl. There is nothing on earth, either on television or when you're at the game that compares to the Super Bowl for hype.
We get in there, and I mean, thank God that stadium has escalators, but we keep looking at our ticket going section 312, section 312. We keep saying 300s up.
Right.
We are all the way on the goddamn top of the stadium. Like I told you, 7 rows from the top.
Could you identify players' numbers from where you were sitting?
No. No, we could not. And Bart wanted to rent binoculars.
Which was, what, $20 to rent binoculars?
$20, or you leave your driver's license.
Oh, my God.
So, we resigned ourselves to the fact that, listen, we love being at the Super Bowl. We're going to sit here. And then this is when the behind-the-scenes stuff happens. Like, and Kevin James is the shill of all shills for CBS, that he's the guy who's doing the in-stadium announcements. Hi, everybody. It's me, Kevin James from King of Queens. Are you having a good time, Tampa Bay?
Oh, my God.
And, of course, nobody's saying anything, and he's responding. He's going, that's the spirit.
He does it for the network.
Let's hear it now. What do you say, Ravens fans? And again, there's silence, and he goes, good. How about the Giants fans? How about you, Giants?
Way to go.
Again, nobody's saying anything.
Zippo.
Yeah, it's very similar to this.
I'm Rob Spiewak from the Don and Mike Show on WJFK, and I want to know, are you ready to help our team do a big win over the Giants today? What do you say, fans?
So nobody's paying attention to him at all. Tough gig. And he's having to do this fake enthusiasm. And I don't know how much of the, for instance, Styx was on TV. Did they show Styx on TV?
I don't know. I didn't watch the beginning of it. I had band practice.
Did they, oh yeah, you gotta tell us the name of your band in a second.
I will. We named the band yesterday.
Wow. They had Styx sing Come Sail Away. And it's a ripoff because it's not the real Styx. It's not the real lead singer of Styx.
Come sail away, come sail away.
It's some other guy who sounds like Dennis DeYoung. And as they were,
really though, what is Styx without Dennis DeYoung?
Well, they got a guy who...
Was he able to do it, pull it off at all?
Yeah, I mean, I guess to the late...
Babe, I'm leaving.
Well, he only had to do Come Sail Away. And just as the song really starts rocking,
Right.
Bum, 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 bum. They bring like 500 kids wearing sailor suits out on the field with these hokey boats. And they're boats that are made out of cardboard boxes.
It's a Super Bowl spectacular.
And they're holding these boxes. And
it's hype. It's excess. Yeah.
It drives me nuts. And they're having a mock pirate fight while Styx is singing "Come Sail Away."
Oh my
and
God!
It was depressing. I felt bad for Styx, and then I felt bad for Sting, who looked like he didn't give a crap.
Man, I don't feel bad for Sting. So you know Sting's getting money for it.
He was there for maybe 4 minutes tops. I don't know if they showed that on TV or not.
Was he doing that?
Yeah, that's the song. He did that song, and then he did Roxanne.
Okay.
And then that was it. And then they, and somebody tell me on TV, did they F it up so that you couldn't see the stealth bomber fly over the stadium?
I got there really for the player introductions. This is the place where I was watching the Super Bowl. I got there. Rob, did you see it earlier?
I didn't, but according to Tom Shales, what they did is they got a shot of the stealth bomber, but it was a late shot, so you couldn't see it in perspective.
Did you watch the Super Bowl, Buzz? Only parts of it. I saw the 3 touchdowns in 36 seconds. You're the man. Man stays true to his conviction. Right.
Yeah,
I like that.
I didn't watch the pregame, but according to Shales, that they got a late shot. They didn't get that or the Thunderbirds flying over the stadium. The one shot they would want,
right.
They screwed that up.
And again, like I said, we were up so high in the stadium that we saw the stealth bomber. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally, 10 feet away from us,
underneath you.
As it flew by, and that was cool. Then the Thunderbirds came by.
Do they give you oxygen at that part of the stadium?
And then it was time for the player introductions.
Right.
And all through the stadium, they had the mics on. I guess the same thing at home, where you heard the guy saying MFer and
yes,
come on, don't F with us. This is our effing house, and let's go kick some effing A. And this is being, blasted through the stadium.
The NFL.
Just absolutely blasted. And then Kevin James comes back on and he says, "Now, fans, here's where you get to be a part of Super Bowl history. Look inside." Oh, hold on, here's the hotline. Hello?
Dad?
Yeah.
I don't think you're being honest. You left out something about the planes.
Bart, I mentioned earlier when I fell down the stairs.
Okay.
When I was looking at the Thunderbirds.
Okay.
All right.
Did he fall hard, Bart?
Yes. Many people laughed at him.
Well, I was taken by this as the Thunderbirds flew by, and I stepped out.
Did you turn around and just lean back and then go over?
I stepped into the aisle, and as they flew by, I went, "Wow!" And then boom, down. Frazier goes down.
Oh my God!
Ouch. Man. Frazier goes down.
You got a good look at him going by.
Yeah. All right. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. So, Kevin James announces you're going to be a part of Super Bowl history. If you look in, they give everybody a seat cushion.
Right.
If you look in the bag in your seat cushion, you will notice there's an Instamatic camera in there. At halftime, with NSYNC and Aerosmith are singing, we're going to show you on the scoreboard, "Flash Now." And this is where I love people. Kevin James up on the big screen, he says, "But remember, don't flash until the screen says flash now at halftime." And of course, every mook in the stands gets out the camera. Right. And all of a sudden, you see 1,000, 1,000,000 light bulbs, flashlights.
Everybody wants to use it.
All going off at the same time.
And once again, that's just a scam by the NFL to keep people in their seats at halftime. Remember, in the past, it's been, you're going to hold up a sign to make a big thing that they can show on television that they never show. They're just scared that everyone will go to the bathroom. They want to give you a reason to stay in your seat.
But it was so funny that as soon as Kevin James on the big screen said, "So remember, don't flash now," immediately everybody starts flashing their flash.
I love it. That's great. You wouldn't know that if you weren't there. That's cool.
And they also announced, Kevin, again, poor Kevin, who's the hucksters.
Right.
The NFL has really gone the extra mile for you. In your seat cushion, find a listening device where you'll be able to hear the radio broadcast from the Ravens, the Giants, Westwood One, Spanish Feed, and CBS TV audio.
Did it work?
No. Of course, it didn't work. It didn't work. Of course. Worth dick.
Did your sons work?
No.
Oh, my God.
Nobody's worked.
Wow.
All the people in the stands we were sitting with feel like morons. We got these things plugged in our ears, and we're all holding them out like, when you're trying to get reception on a cell phone?
Right, exactly.
Right? I mean, we're all going like this, trying to hear anything.
Right.
It was impossible to hear.
I think if you had gone down to 10,000 feet, you might have heard.
maybe that would have been better.
Right.
So the game starts, and, we didn't stay for the whole game.
Well, you don't. Because
then we don't get back to the hotel 3 o'clock in the morning, and,
right.
Wanted to see Survivor.
Sure.
So as soon as,
hey, you know what I was going to ask you, and this is backtracking. Did you come out of the hotel the night for the fireworks on Saturday night?
No, I was trying to sleep.
I'll tell you, it was the most...
And I heard them.
You know, they... because of our location, our location, where our hotel was, I think...
Right by the interstate.
They shot the fireworks off directly over our hotel so that the other hotels could see them. But I'll tell you something. Do you know that those fireworks literally were exploding directly over our hotel?
Sounded like it.
It was amazing, and it was one of the best fireworks displays I've ever seen. I was in bed. I got up, went downstairs to see this, and they did something that I don't remember seeing with many fireworks displays, the false finale, which was one of the neatest things I've ever seen, where they go up and they go, and everybody goes, "Ooh, fantastic finale!" And then we're slowly walking back to our hotel rooms, and then they do the real finale, and it was terrific. It was one of the nicest things about being down, near the tributary where they throw the bodies.
It sounded great on the top floor when I almost made in my bed. I know, because it sounded like the Luftwaffe coming in.
It was loud. It was loud. That's the other thing that they insisted on at the stadium, was piping in all this crap about the Gulf War. I mean, who's not a patriot? I mean, yeah, okay, we kicked ass. It was like for 10 minutes.
Right.
They were running the video of Whitney Houston singing, and they had Norman Schwarzkopf down on the field. And
I mean, that was a great moment when it happened.
What was beautiful was, while it was happening, while they were running this, I don't know who was running the mixing board, but you could hear the players waiting to be introduced dropping the F-bomb. Like, as Whitney Houston is singing, you would hear a player go, "Mother effer, mother effer, mother effer. We have to go kick some F and A. Mother effer, F. It was
all mic'd.
It was grand.
All mic'd, yes, sir.
It was grand. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
You kind of stole a little bit of my thunder. We were sitting there, me and my family, my 2-year-old daughter, 5-year-old daughter, and 10-year-old son, and they got all fat. So Sarah Goose up there, and he goes, "Let's get these MFers." And I looked at my wife. I said, "Did he just say that?" And she goes, "I think he did."
Yeah, all the players were.
I was totally shocked. And then as far as the planes, you're right.
Did you have good seats?
Yeah, good seat. We had a living room seat.
Oh, living room seat. Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were saying,
we wasn't at the game.
You sounded like you were there, but you heard that on the TV?
Oh, yeah, we heard it live. A couple of players. I mean, it was just like they had the microphones on their jerseys. And I looked at my wife. I go, "I can't believe it."
I'll give Tony Saragusa credit. He's got the cutest kid award. He had the cutest little girl that he was. So that's his daughter, and she was adorable. I mean, it was a special moment to see him.
You should have heard it in the stadium.
Before you had left for the Super Bowl, you had mentioned that CBS spent a bunch of money for the 3D effects and all that.
Hey, listen, that cannot blow enough.
Oh, it blew big time.
It was horrible.
I go, "Man, that's going to look awesome." And, I mean, we've seen maybe 5 or 6 times, but it blew.
The touchdown where he basically threw the ball over the goal line, where they were overusing it there. I mean, there was no discernible advantage to having that camera.
It was retarded. I mean, I don't know what they was thinking with that. But anyway,
that's CBS for you.
Great show, you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good day.
Yeah, bye-bye. That's another reason that we wanted to leave the stadium. As soon as all the points were scored, as soon as the Giants ran the touchdown back, then the Ravens ran the touchdown back, you said, "Bar, let's get out of here. Let's go home. Let's go back to the hotel, chill out. We got to get up early in the morning, watch Survivor, and we'll be able to see some of these fantastic replays that we've heard so much about."
And nothing.
Yeah, it sucked.
Did you watch Survivor?
I made it halfway through Survivor.
I will tell you, I went into Survivor with a real bad attitude, saying, "Hey, I like the first one, but the novelty will wear off." I came out of watching Survivor. I am so hooked. I am more hooked than I was on the first one.
I wish they wouldn't have voted out the lady, though.
I love the fact that they voted out that lady.
No, you need people like that.
I know, but it was good riddance. She was a pain in the ass from the word go.
This is going to be a great season of Survivor because one of the people is a singer-songwriter.
And they had a guy puking, and he was also the guy that got one of the votes to be voted out. Right. The thing about Survivor, and I figured this out, I didn't know this the first time around. I thought it was novelty, and it was the people that were involved in it. It has nothing to do with the people that are involved in it. It is a wonderful formula. It really works. And the fact is, I think they could throw anybody in there, and it would be okay.
Did you think of people, and again, I didn't see the whole thing, but when I saw, did you think some of the people were too professional?
Well, they're much more professional this time. They're much more savvy. They're media savvy. They're better to look at, a lot of them. Right. A lot of the women are much better to look at.
Not all of them, though.
But and then they got, they've got actually a kindly old guy, who's my favorite now, the farmer from Kentucky. Right. The farmer/school teacher. Can you get anybody that's born? He had a little tough time. And one of the guys, I think the guys that one of the super slicky boy muscle men was saying, because he's over 50, we ought to vote him out. We ought to vote him out because he's my new hated guy. I am so into it, and I didn't dream that I'd be into it the second time around. I think it's going to be a runaway hit beyond what it was. You know, people said that it might fall off. I don't think that's.
But you shouldn't have voted out that lady who married her stepson.
She was a pain in the ass.
I know she was, but you need someone like that, because I saw what she was like, this language is offensive to me.
Well, it wasn't that. It's that she was pushy, humorless, and she just had no business being
fantastic. Who wants to see a show with a bunch of nice, clean, handsome people?
If you had seen it throughout the whole thing, you would probably have been rooting for her, too. The difference between this Survivor and the last Survivor is they were thinking more in terms of physical strength, how they can help the team. On this group, they're already into personality analysis, and that's why the one that everybody hated got voted off last night. And I don't know if that's going to continue or...
Did the one guy say, where am I going to J.O.?
Yeah,
a woman said that.
Kimmy,
a girl?
Kimmy, the cute bartender, said that.
Where am I going to go masturbate?
Yeah, Kimmy said that when they were all in the the lean-to in the tent together, and it was a tougher challenge right off the bat. The show, the only difference between this show and the other one, it's got better production value. It's got better camera angles, better locations. I love it.
Don't you think they should have just taken the Super Bowl off at like 9:30?
A lot of people think
and
that.
just put Survivor on.
Absolutely.
And then because you knew Baltimore was going to win,
right?
You just run the end of the game after Survivor.
Absolutely. They should have gone. God, I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. The funniest thing about the Super Bowl, and anybody that saw this will tell you, Jim Nantz, the hardest working man in show, the guy whose head is about to explode, Jim Nantz does the post-game ceremony down on the field, okay?
Right.
Then they said, all right, well, thanks, congratulations, we'll be right back. Well, this has been the presentation of the trophy. We'll be right back with some post-game analysis on CBS. And then you see him, as they fade the commercial, you see him start to run off the podium.
Oh, because he had to go back and get back on the set.
God, it was the funniest thing, and he comes back, and they say something like, well, you made it back here, and then he's anchoring the coverage, and he looks like he's going to bark.
Jim Nantz is CBS's whore.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, we're back. We're going to go to
he's a
Bonnie Bernstein.
Bigger whore than Kevin James.
I mean, he looks like he's going to, and you know what he's doing? As opposed to just going, I'm really out of breath. Let me tell you, he's trying to control it and not show everyone.
He's masking it.
And he's out of breath, Jim Nantz.
And I've got to credit my father with this. He called me, and if you look at any picture of Jim Fossil upset in the paper today, as the game progressed, he looked more and more like Beavis. From Beavis and Butthead. And not his hair. You got to look at his eyes, and bear me out if you find a picture of him. I swear you'll believe me.
We got a break. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I'm registered in this class.
What class?
This is U.S. history. See the globe right there.
Really?
May I come in?
Oh, please. I get so lonely when I hear that third attendance bell ring and all my kids are not here.
Sorry I'm late. It's just like this new schedule's totally confusing. Yeah, I know that, dude.
Mr. Spicoli.
That's the name they gave me. You're ripping my card.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
No problem at all. I think you know where the front office is.
You dick!
They love to hee-haw with the wrinkled meemaw.
We do.
Don and Mike.
Oh, we do. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, Don and Mike. How y'all doing today?
Hi, buddy. We're doing great, thank you.
Good. I got two questions for you, and I won't keep you long. The first one is, can either one of you do the dance that Ray Lewis did, like pop your body? Can y'all do that?
No.
Can anyone do that other than Ray Lewis?
No. I mean, if that was not the most...
Rob says he can.
The most goddamn ridiculous thing that I'd ever seen. You want to think you're on a national stage. You want to show America that maybe you're not the dick that everybody thinks you are.
No, he doesn't care about that.
Come out and dance like that.
Yeah, it's something else. But they're the greatest defense in the history of the NFL. I know that because Ray Lewis told me.
Well, the funny thing is, President Bush also said, remember now, be role models to kids, and he pops himself like he's having sex.
I saw when they gave Ray Lewis the MVP award that he had like one of those Shaggy Doo hats on, a Scooby and Shaggy hat.
Right.
He had it pulled way down over his eyes, and Tagliabue was standing there. First off, Tagliabue looks uncomfortable. Because Well, he's a white guy, and
yeah, right. Well, yeah, I think Tagliabue. I think Tagliabue looks uncomfortable all the time.
But he looked especially uncomfortable because he's up on stage with Ray Lewis, and he's having to give Ray Lewis, a guy who just a year ago he said was a thug. He had to give him the MVP. As he's handing him the trophy, he actually reaches out and pulls on the brim of this floppy. It's like a Gilligan hat.
Okay, right.
That Ray Lewis had on. He actually pulled it up.
Really?
And said, "Show your eyes. Let's see your eyes."
Tagliabue did that?
Yeah, let's see your eyes.
Okay.
It was an awkward moment, man.
Yeah, well, there were a few of those in yesterday's Super Bowl.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering about Survivor. Did either of you form an opinion of your favorite rack?
Boy, no. You know, I was watching that show. There's one lady's got an incredible stomach. Got incredible stomach muscles. I think she's the personal trainer.
Buzz, who's that one that you said?
Kimmy, the bartender, is pretty cute.
She might be
She's the bartender from,
She's a blonde? Or like a strawberry
I don't think
blonde?
so. No, I think her hair's a little darker than that. It's like brown.
She's from New York. Like maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Island?
she's obnoxious.
Yeah, but she's hot.
Didn't you find her a little obnoxious? Absolutely. But
isn't the discussion here who had the best rack?
Yeah,
right. Hot?
But you know what it is sometimes is it's tough to get by the look. And I don't think she was the best looking one. You didn't get to see all of them. No, we need time. For enough time to really form an opinion.
Don't you think there was too much Jeff Probst?
Yes, way too much Jeff Probst. But, you know, really, with the location of the tribal council now, sitting on top of that cliff next to the waterfall, you know, somebody really gets mad at Jeff Probst. You could see him thrown off the top.
Did you see during the game when they had him in a helicopter?
Yes.
With the big headphones on. Hi, everybody, this is Jeff Probst. Coming very soon, Survivor.
He is the cruelest man in America.
Look at me, Jeff Probst.
I'm Jeff Probst, and now it's time for you to go. Go now. It's time for you. Put out your torch. Go. Go now.
Very similar to Dan Schneider. When I said to Dan Schneider, "Hey, do you have a minute to say hi to Mike?" And he looked at his watch and he went, "Bring him over." You know, like, yeah, your schedule is that tight, Mr. Schneider.
Bring him over.
Bring him over.
Yeah, because it looked to me like he was the one that was working the room and talking to people.
He was. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don. Hey, Mike.
Hey, buddy.
Wondered during the third quarter, when the Giants almost threw an interception, they cut back to the quarterback. Did you happen to see him with his finger up his nose digging?
Kerry Collins?
Yeah, he was digging for some nuggets, big time.
Kerry Collins has that kind of face where it looks like he probably digs for nuggets a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Drum.com.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Yeah, did you see the running of the squirrels?
Yeah, I thought it was, it was like last year's idea.
Generally,
some of the dancing fat guys are last year's idea.
None of the spots. I mean, even the one with the guy where he shakes the beer up and gets it all over the girl.
Well, you know what? The timing is everything, and that was the first spot in the game. That was the first spot in the first commercial break in the game, and it was a choice location, and because you didn't see it coming, the first time seeing it was a big laugh. It will not be the same. It's not like What's Up, which makes you laugh every time you see it. And but the laugh value was there the very first time when he did it. But the running of the squirrels was just like, I know it's all computer generated, and
Hey, what about? Did you see when space creatures were saying "What's up" to each other?
Yes.
See, that's a concept.
That concept's still alive.
That still makes me laugh.
And I did like that. It was clever. Predictable but clever with throwing the shoe up into the tree to get the Volkswagen to
that
come
commercial
back.
blew.
It was clever though, and it was better than what amazed me about most of the commercials is that there were none. I mean, there were very few really unique and interesting commercials. There are usually a lot more on the show.
A lot of people say to me, "Boy, didn't you love the E-Trade commercial where the bank guard was sitting there?"
No, I didn't think
the Matrix commercial. No, and
I like that. I like anything with monkeys.
With the monkey, yes, but
it still wasn't that funny.
But again, you and I are biased because we love monkeys.
But even with loving monkeys, I didn't think it was all that great.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. What was the point of that spot? I know that a lot of .coms have
Invest Wisely is
gone out of business
for E-Trade, and that's what it is. It's like you make sure you go with E-Trade because it'll make you a smarter investor. It was total BS.
Yeah. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Bade.
Hey, man.
What do you think?
What's all these downer ads I'm seeing about smoking cigarettes, man?
Oh, how about that? Did you see that one with the guy?
Doesn't somebody know the Super Bowl's a party, man? Come on. Hey, man, I don't want to see that downer stuff on my Super Bowl party.
Hey, what do you think about Jeff hanging on the back of the airplane? You think that was him?
It sure looked like him.
Jeff Probst, yes. You think he was roped in, or?
Oh, he was attached.
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
He was attached. Yeah. CBS has far too much invested in that young man.
Gotcha. Bye-bye. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello?
Hey, Don and Mike.
Yeah, hi.
Brothers, how are you?
Hi, we're doing great, thanks.
Do you hear, my son was telling me a interview with Tony Saragusa that he was talking about Rich Gannon. He was explaining that Rich Gannon was upset that the hit Tony Saragusa put on him and he fell on top of him.
Oh, goodbye. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Call the show that's on after us.
And not only was that a great story, it was secondhand.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, Don and Mike. This is Gladys.
Oh, Gladys.
Hey, listen, I'm giving up my February call.
Gladys, I got the chills today.
Listen,
it's not February yet.
I'm really ill today.
Pretend it's not me.
No, it's not February. No, discipline yourself.
Do it, Fader. Gladys, you can't trade ahead. I got your gift. Thank you. March 1st. Goodbye. You cannot trade ahead.
I just hung up on her. I'm sorry.
She has to exercise discipline.
I knew that would happen.
Is that what she was calling about? She sent you some
she
gift?
sent me a lovely gift for Julia, and I thank her, but that does not get her another call.
Not in my show.
So strict.
Hello. Please, Buzz. She doesn't want to talk to you.
That's true.
Hello.
Is it me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, the one thing that peeved me about the movie commercials, they all ended with when they were opening as opposed to what the movie was.
Huh? Come again?
What?
Well, they would show this whole movie ad, and then all of a sudden,
they would have a date.
Opening December 12th. I thought every movie was named opening, March 12th, opening March 5th. They never said the name of it.
I still don't understand what he's doing.
We might have the dumbest guy of all callers.
Is this guy just making a point that is not a point?
When they run an ad for a movie,
yeah,
at the very end when the screen goes black and it says
opening March 12th,
coming 7/4/01.
Right.
This guy thinks that that's the name of the movie.
Well, they never said the movie during the commercial. It was like...
Sure they did.
But don't they throw the name of the movie at the end? And then underneath, I swear to God, I saw every movie. I don't know what movie was advertised on.
Well, let me see if I can explain this to you. You can show a trailer without putting the title per se in a movie trailer, and then give the date at the end of and you still have promoted your movie.
And I would imagine that most movies, in a fine print at the end, have Castaway,
Cannibal,
Monkeys from Mars, whatever the movie is,
But I'm half blitzed at a Super Bowl party. I was looking for the title, at the very end of the ad. All I saw was when.
Well, I'm the last guy that should say this to you, but maybe it's time to, back off on your drinking.
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
Gotcha.
Johnny Hypocrite.
Hello, Don Mike Show.
Hey, Don, Mike.
Hey, hi.
Do you guys, that monkey commercial with the tear and all that? Don't you remember back in the 70s when the Indian was on the side of the road and all the trash was being thrown
I guess
out?
we're getting a real cluster of dumb guys calling in. Yeah, we understand the concept.
Okay. You just acted kind of dumb on the radio there.
No. We weren't. We said we didn't like the commercial. I knew what they were going to. You moron.
Okay. Hey.
Moron.
Well, come on, you're the idiot.
Well, you were talking on the radio, so I figured I'd just call in and say, hey, just...
And something? That was your mistake.
Yeah, I know. All right, later.
Fucking say Oron May. Really,
God bless you.
Well, it's very difficult when someone calls with something that we already knew.
How could you possibly think that we didn't understand the concept? We were just saying...
What's the name of that Indian chief that did the litter commercial? What was his name?
Chief Lickalot... Chief Lickalot-Pooney.
Well, I was in a room with a bunch of kids, and I had no idea what that was about.
Lickalot-Pooney.
But yes, of course, everybody knows that.
But something? That was not central to the theme of the commercial at all. Because, you got a large segment of the audience that aren't old enough to understand that reference either. The whole thing was, I just thought it was lame. It wasn't as good as some of the other ones.
And thank you for explaining it to us.
Hey, you're welcome anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, do you think it makes it funnier when you explain it that way?
No.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Another friend made.
I'd love to breathe on you right now. Give you some of whatever I got inside me.
Give him some of the virus.
Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello?
Hello?
Please turn your radio down.
Bye.
They come in clusters. really. The idiot callers come in clusters.
This is like being back down in Ybor City on Saturday night.
Absolutely.
With Wendell. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, how may we serve you?
Hey, how you doing, guys? I was just calling to tell you, don't you think Elizabeth is the Fonzie's ass from Survivor?
I don't know. I don't know which one she is.
Do you know which one's Elizabeth? There's several really hot women on there.
She's the 23-year-old footwear designer from Newton, Massachusetts.
Yes, sir. She is my favorite. You are absolutely right. Yes, she is. She is my favorite.
She's a very fun piece.
And she's also, I like her personality the best too.
Gotcha. But Mike, hey, you don't have the personality. Thank you.
And she wore some funky headgear for the travel council too.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Yeah, I wanted to say something on the air about the smoking commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, isn't it funny that that's the time where everybody would be outside smoking is when they're showing the don't smoke commercials?
It's interesting logic.
Okay. I'll give this guy some credit. That's tough to find fault. This guy did noodle it through. Because they ran it right at the very end of the game.
Yeah, and then that would be probably
when guys are out on the deck.
Yeah, going to light up.
Right.
Exactly.
But hey, man, what a downer.
Yeah. During your party.
Not during my Super Bowl party. Not during my XXXV bash, man. Please. That's a hassle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. We have to break. We'll come back. A couple more phone calls. I do want to get the name of Mike's band.
Yeah, we're getting the band back together.
And the Hypnotist is here. So we'll get to all of that in just a moment.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I'm mad. I am mad enough. And yet still very self-conscious, but I'm going to write a book. And I'm going to talk. I wanted to believe. And I tried my damnedest to believe in the rainbow that I tried to get over, and I couldn't. So what?
The mayors of Connieland, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
We were doing that a lot this weekend down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, people would get frightened when we would do it, too. Rob and I did it on the plane yesterday.
So what?
I tried my damnedest.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
You know, Don and Mike 40 makes me sick, man. The deal is, he's coming on to your show falling like he's about it. The Don and Mike symbolizes the greatest DJs ever. Now, he may be able to fool you guys, or he even may be able to fool these stupid people that you got calling your show, but you ask anybody, Bitter Nigga is the man who is the best caller. Bitter Nigga is the man who could trick with the 40s. Bitter Nigga has the power that even your punk-ass promoters don't possess, and Bitter Nigga is immortal, and he will live forever.
BN.
Great. To a Don and Mike guest.
BN.
You.
BN.
To my, trying to take myself and my glory. Listen.
Hey, BN.
His show is one thing, but his marriage is on borrowed time. I promise you that.
BN. BN, hello.
He's gone.
Stop speaking about yourself in third person.
He's gone like the wind.
I don't know, that was some kind of diatribe from BN.
He doesn't like Mr. 40.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, I'm calling from New York.
Hi.
Oh, my, this is that kid. You know the little kid from New York who calls us?
Yes.
No, it's not me.
Yes, it is.
It's not me.
No, it's that some other kid. Anyway, I know you...
All right, guys. See you later.
All right. Goodbye. Deleted that out. Goodbye, kid. Hello. Call back when you have pubic hair.
Thank you. And kids aren't allowed to call. We're not changing that rule.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike.
Unless we fathered them.
Right.
Hello.
And that happens occasionally.
Mike?
Yeah.
This is Mike Landis.
Mike, how are you?
Happy 2001.
Hey, same to you. Happy New Year to you, Mike Landis. How's Morris Jones doing?
He's doing great. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Whoa.
They stole your idea, you guys.
Oh, I got you right.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, I was supposed to sing at the George Bush thing.
Were you really Mike Landis?
I was going to sing with Van Halen.
From Fox 5.
I was going to sing with Van Halen.
Yeah?
I was going to do that song, Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, love you guys.
Mike Landis, everyone.
This is, incidentally, one of the calls that we take that's only funny to two people in the world.
That's right.
Me and Mike.
Absolutely.
Oh, everybody loves Mike Landis.
Mike Landis. Rob said 3.
Three.
So,
All right, three.
Right now.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you, too.
Goodbye. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Yeah, Don Mike.
Yes, we are. Hi.
Yeah, it's Clint from Sacramento.
Yes, hello, Clint.
Hey, I think they put BN and 40 on the island. What do you think?
Oh, what, on Survivor?
Yeah.
Come on, Clint, you're thinking too much. Thank you.
Don't do that; it'll hurt.
All right, now listen. Here we go. Riley, give me some football music.
Okay.
Because we actually, our station in Baltimore is the flagship station,
right,
for the Baltimore Ravens. And I know last week we tried to have the mayor of Baltimore on with us.
Right.
Joining us now is the head coach of the world champion Baltimore Ravens, Brian Billick.
Hello?
Brian, how are you?
How you doing there, Mike? Don and Mike, how you doing?
Brian, how does it feel?
Good. It feels good.
Well, a lot of hard work finally pays off, huh, Brian?
Yeah, it finally pays off.
How did you prepare your team for Super Bowl 35?
Very good.
Who is your quarterback, Brian?
Don Geronimo.
Now, please, you're a kidder. No, really, how did you prepare your team?
Very good.
You're flattering me. Now, really, who's the quarterback for your team? You know his name, right? His first name is Trent?
Trent Green.
Trent Green, that's correct.
That's right. And who's the player who plays for your team who was in trouble with the law last year?
I don't know.
The first name is Ray.
Ray Jasinski.
That's right, Ray Jasinski. Is there any way, Coach, could you spell championship for us?
C-H-A-N-P.
Champ.
He has been going for a while.
Champ.
So how does it feel, Coach Billick? How does it feel to be on top of the world?
Good.
Good. What's the first thing you did when you came back to Baltimore?
We flew on a plane, came in at Baltimore National Airport.
Yeah.
Got off the plane, got to our buses, went back to the stadium.
I bet you banged Mrs. Billick hard last night, huh?
Yes, we did.
You gave Mrs. Billick the high hard one?
Yes, I did.
That had to be good.
Did you give it to her in the bad place?
No, I gave it in the good place.
Good for you, Brian.
Do you do that a lot, Coach?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Hey, Mike, say magic.
What's that?
Say magic, Mike.
Magic.
Hey, guys. How you doing, guys?
Hey, it's Tom Tom, I want to tell you, we really thought it was Brian Billick from the Baltimore Ravens.
You got tricked, didn't you?
You did.
We did. Have you ever been stopped on the street as Brian Billick?
No, I have not.
Well, you are a dead ringer for Brian Billick.
Yeah, and if they ever stop you and say, "Are you Brian Billick?" you should just roar at them.
Anybody out there who wants to see what a dead ringer Tom is for Brian Billick should go to, what's your website, Tom?
TomGavin.com.
Gotcha.
Everybody's out there listening. The T-shirts are in. The T-shirts up on the website. Go to it and buy one.
Tom, you like to bring us down some.
I'm going to. When can I come down?
Sometime soon.
All right. John or Phil might bring me down. Phil's back there or John. Please call Charlie.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Tom Gavin. Bye, Tom.
Tom Gavin playing Brian Billick.
Bye-bye. There he is.
The role of Brian Billick will be played by Tom Gavin.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
It's me.
You know, is there anything that is more annoying than someone who waits on hold, hears the click of the telephone, and the first thing they say is this me?
You're the only one that can answer that, sir.
I suppose so. I want to talk to Don about his highly abnormal sex life.
I suppose.
How is my sex life highly abnormal?
Well, you said yourself you've only got 2 positions to choose from, right? You won't take it.
Are you eating? Sir, are you eating something?
Pardon?
Are you eating something? There's noise. There's extraneous noise in the background.
Negative.
I do not enjoy having sex where poops come out.
You know what he was telling me the other day, though? You know what one of the things that he really enjoys is having sex with your mama.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Who doesn't have sex with your mom?
Well, what I actually called to find out is if
this caller doesn't get phased about it anymore because so many people have had sex with his mother.
Come on, what do you want?
Exactly. You don't give or receive oral either, huh?
I don't give or receive oral? What show are you listening to? What man doesn't love receiving oral?
Yeah!
I love receiving oral.
And he's gone. And he's gone like the wind.
Okay.
Well, he should have been in the last cluster.
Bye-bye. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike, what's up, buddies?
Hey, my friend.
Was the best commercial not the Bud Light commercial with the guy throwing the pencils in the ceiling?
Nope.
No, I didn't think it was a good one.
You didn't think it was a good commercial?
No.
I like Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, come on now.
I do.
Come on. Hey, Robbie, give me a symphony. I forgot. We're going to announce the name of Mike's band.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready, Mike?
I am ready.
For the first time anywhere.
We had our second rehearsal yesterday. We expanded our playlist.
What songs are you practicing now?
I don't remember.
Come on, what did you play yesterday?
We played, Taking Care of Business.
When do we get a tape?
Mustang Sally.
When do we get a tape?
We, never. Well, you get a tape when we're ready. When we're ready. You know, I will only give you a tape when I think we're ready, and then be completely shot down when you mock it. But I will give you a tape when I think that, we've reached our peak, which should be sometime this spring.
And the name of the band? And I applaud you. This is a great name for a band.
I came up with this on my own. I'm not even sure whether the rest of my bandmates are going for it, but I said to them that is what I will be calling the band. The name of our band is Crap. Thank you. Just imagine that, our first gig. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're Crap.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hey. How are you? We're Crap. And,
Thank you. We're going to be doing some Journey ballads for you tonight. We're going to be doing some great England Dan and John Ford Coley tonight.
We'll be opening for several events at Nissan Pavilion. Yes, we'll be on a stand next to the beer concession shop.
We'll be on the beer garden with the Booty Blues. Well, congratulations on the formation.
Do you approve of the name?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it should be, since you're the name.
Mike O'Mara's Crap.
Yeah.
I think that'd be, I don't want to alienate my bandmates,
You know what? No. It always happens, though.
Right.
It started out
Let me just tell you,
It started out being the Silver Bullet Band.
Right.
It ended up being Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Mm-hmm. Why not just take that step out?
I'll tell you, if things go well,
Mike O'Mara's Crap,
and we go into a second season, and I'm still driving that band. Rhythm section extraordinaire. Hey, we're Crap, everyone.
Come on. It's got to be Mike O'Mara's Crap.
Well, no, it can't be until we get established, and then I think maybe I'm not gonna put the kibosh on the.
You're the name.
Yeah, I know, but
you're the name.
But I'm not the talent. You see, I'm just an amateur musician.
Who's going to come see Crap? But who wouldn't come see Mike O'Mara's Crap?
Let me give it some thought. I'll get back to you on that one. But I just don't want to be too egotistical. Good evening. I'm Mike O'Mara, and this is my Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Bottle and Cork, Mike O'Mara's Crap.
Hey, I'll take it under advisement. But Crap will be, still in rehearsal for the rest of the winter, and we're shooting for a spring gig or two. As a matter of fact, after many, well, we're not going to play anywhere, but where do we play golf?
Oh, you're going to play at your golf club?
Yes, and it's private. I see. I've done that. That's by design. You see, that's so the public will never be able to see Crap.
Oh, but you got to bring us a tape of Mike O'Mara.
I will definitely. I tell you, when we are ready, I will bring you a tape of Crap.
Mike O'Mara's Crap.
When we have our first real gig, which is really not a real gig. We're just playing for a party of friends.
Because, Mike, remember, it started out as the Four Seasons?
Right.
Then it was
Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons. Right. Well, if I do, if it does become successful and I have to use my own name to branch out on my solo career, where I just play the drums and don't sing,
then those guys need you. It's Mike O'Mara's Crap.
Well, I'll see what we can do about that.
You got 15 years of name recognition in this market alone.
I want to get this band sound right where I want it, and then once it's there, maybe, Hey, how are you? I'm Mike O'Mara, and this is Crap. It's walked all over it.
Hello, Dewey Beach.
Jack wouldn't have done that.
How you doing? Give it up for Mike O'Mara's Crap.
Our playlist is somewhat of a hodgepodge.
Really?
I know how to.
Shocker.
I know. Yes. Usually 3-chord songs that have an easy beat.
What's the most modern song that you play in Mike O'Mara's Crap? What's the most contemporary piece of music?
One Way or Another by Blondie.
Hey. Okay, 20 years old.
Thank you very much. No, we do we have kind of a bluesy sound. Mike O'Mara, this is Crap. I I will, you know what, I'll get it when we have our next, we're taking a little hiatus because we're all amateurs and everybody has to make a living. So, you know, our Sunday afternoons for 2 weekends in a row are going to be, we put the kibosh on them. After the next rehearsal, I'll have a full, list of songs that we're going to be doing. And, we're not going to just have one gig. We're actually going to try to get another gig. And John Pop's got to call me because I need a keyboard player.
Right.
And he's got and John's guy will be a guy that's played in real bands, right?
He'd be a perfect addition to Mike O'Mara's crap.
We think all of us in crap think that
Mike O'Mara's crap.
It's not going to. Now listen, don't. I told you.
I am thinking about
I would take it. I would
your
take
best
it
interest.
I know you are. But it's not right now. I can't do this without consulting the band. You know how the band works.
Deborah, Harry, and Blondie.
Yeah, that was Blondie first, and we haven't even had our first gig yet.
What you need to do, Mike, is break away and bill yourself as Mike O'Mara of crap.
Oh boy,
wouldn't that be something?
You know, now listen, I'm playing the humility thing.
Mike O'Mara with crap.
Mike O'Mara with crap.
With crap.
Boy, you know, I'm going to have to ask the band, but I love that.
Tonight at the Bottle and Cork, Mike O'Mara with crap.
It's always the Bottle and Cork. It's always the Bottle and Cork.
Dewey Beach. And I look forward to the tribute album, saluting crap.
All crap all the time.
Crap-tacular.
A crap weekend. Can you imagine ever got to be that?
And then when you get to be too popular, radio stations will do a no crap weekend.
Right.
Like they did with the Bee Gees, where radio stations came out and said, "We are not going to play any Bee Gees records this weekend, man."
How about a crap prospective?
That'd be good, and we could bring out the tribute band, Crap Mania. Think about it.
That'd be the road show.
That's right.
Mike O'Mara's crap.
I sure like Mike O'Mara with crap, but I don't want to alienate the players. Hey, some of us have just met.
Half the players.
No, man, don't hate. Don't you be dissing my band.
Listen, it's Ringo Starr's all-star band.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I know, I understand that, but you understand there are
Mike O'Mara with crap.
Lots of egos. Lots of egos.
Mike O'Mara, all caps.
Right.
With small letters.
Crap.
Crap, even smaller letters.
You know, you're playing on my ego, and you're starting to crack that foundation right now, and you know how big it is, and boy, I sure would like that. Well, you know, it would look great on the album cover.
It sure would.
Mike O'Mara with crap. I'm trying to, and we have a logo.
Do you really?
Yeah, crap has a logo.
What is it?
A smiley face.
Bad move.
Why?
Bad move.
It's up for negotiation. What do you suggest? I was thinking, as happens.
A picture of that fake dog poop that you buy in novelty stores.
Well, I don't want to hit people over the head with crap.
Why?
It's the symbolism of crap. You know, it's basically so when we start, we can say, "Good evening, we're crap."
Mike O'Mara with crap.
Mike O'Mara. Well, we'll see. I can't do that.
Your first album should be called Crap Load.
Crap Load.
Crap Load. Crap Load.
We know our crap.
Right.
That's when we're gonna send the tape. I thought you'd like the smiley face idea. Just, it's subtle. It's subtle, because it's just the smiley face and then crap.
Yeah. It's your band.
It's not my band.
It's your band.
I am not the band leader.
I'm telling you, if I'm not
a musical person, I am a drummer.
I would be humbled if you would ask me to assist you in the management of this band, and I would be glad to meet the members of the band and explain to them the hierarchy. To say, listen,
you'd basically be doing my dirty work for me.
You are nobody. You are nobody. You are nobody. This man is crap.
All right, let me tell you something right now. That would be a lecture I'd want to see. When it becomes necessary, because you're massaging that ego so well right now. When it becomes necessary for me to make it, Mike O'Mara with crap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Call me in.
I'm gonna let you.
Call me in.
I'm gonna let you do the dirty.
Let me be your George Martin.
That'd be fantastic. I'll arrive late to the rehearsal. You'll show up in my place and say, "Listen, gather around. Look, we're gonna make some changes around here." And not everybody's gonna go for it. No. So we'll probably have to cut a few people loose.
Oh, you can always find more people to be crap.
But right now, I think it might be a real good idea for me to know all the names of the band members. Mike O'Mara with crap.
Two more names. I think crap is one of them. Mike O'Mara's crap.
Crap is, yes.
Golden Boy's not bad.
Golden Boy?
Because you're the golden boy.
Golden Boy.
And what about if you just called it Harvey? Harvey.
Yeah.
You're Jack Diamond.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I suppose. But crap is it.
Crap's a winner.
Yeah. We went with crap.
You can't go wrong with crap.
Well, I'm glad you like the name, and I'll keep you advised as to the progress of crap, and I will furnish a tape for your entertainment.
Please do.
When the time comes.
Please do.
Very good.
Crap, featuring Mike O'Mara.
Man, I like it. I like it a lot.
Mike O'Mara in big letters. Crap, small letters.
Mike O'Mara with crap. Crap featuring Mike O'Mara. Mike O'Mara's crap.
I mean, listen, think about it, baby.
Mike O'Mara and crap.
Think about it. That's all I'm asking.
It's exciting to me.
It's an exciting time to be a member of crap.
It's exciting, because crap is right on the floor now.
But don't forget, I'll tell you something.
Yes?
And please don't take this the wrong way.
I won't. You know I won't.
You are crap.
Thank you, Don.
You are. There is no crap.
15 years and you can still throw me a compliment. I tell you, and I appreciate it.
You're crap.
I know you mean it from right here.
Crap is you.
I am crap.
Without you, there is no crap.
I'm not going to sit here and deny it. I'm really not. I'm really not going to sit here. I could be phony, humble.
Don't
but
be.
Why do that? You're right. I am crap.
You are.
I am indeed.
Mike O'Mara's crap.
Thank you all very much.
Check it out at the Bottlin Court, Dewey Beach, this weekend. We got to break and bring that crazy hypnotist in.
Crazy.
I think he's going to hypnotize Lisa or something like that. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
We live live. For instance, every man in this room is hiding some porno in his house. Every man in here got a pornography stash in the crib. Not an illegal amount, just enough to get you by. And when we hide porno, we go all out. It ain't behind the refrigerator, under the bed. No, we become Batman when it's time to hide some porno. That's right. You hit the light switch, the whole bookshelf shift to the side. You go down 2 flights of stairs with your porno seller. Janet Jackme, yes. Toby Kai, Dina Jameson, that's right.
Clown porn aficionados, Don and Mike.
All right, I'm just finishing up the questions for Lisa tomorrow. We're sending her to the Ravens Championship Parade in Baltimore.
Right. Hey.
And, come on in, Gary. Come on, here's Gary Conrad.
Hello, Gary. How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, thank you. We loved having this guy on the show, a year or so ago.
Yeah. I'm always a little scared when Gary comes in here because you always think he's going to look at you and do something. Yeah, oh, there I'm out. I'm under. It's great.
Yeah, you agreed to volunteer next time I was on that.
I did?
Yeah, I remember.
No, absolutely not. It won't be happening, Gary.
I think we have 2 subjects for you today.
Oh, cool.
One subject is Lisa, who I don't think was working with us the last time you came by.
Okay.
And the other subject is our engineer, Wendell Hall.
Wendell, yeah, I heard about Wendell.
Wendell Hall.
Wendell Super Bowl fame.
Now, you're just here just because you're in town?
Well, I went up to watch the Super Bowl with my buddies in Jersey.
Gotcha.
And that took about 10 minutes. Drive back down. I'm living in South Carolina now, so.
All right, well, I was happy to hear that Charlie had booked you. And I said, well, what's Gary pushing? He says, nothing, just coming by because we love him. He's a good hypnotist.
Just coming by to hang out and hypnotize some people.
Enter and hypnotist.
Speaking of, there was a bit of controversy after you were on the show. That you made Buzz do a whole bunch of stuff that was not Buzz's personality, and, we were falling on the floor. Well, the next day, Buzz says he wasn't really hypnotized.
Now, we believe that Buzz was hypnotized, and based on the zeal with which he did what you told him to do.
Yeah, he did a great Cosell, as I remember.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Right. And he did Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
And he did a bunch of other stuff that is very out of character for Buzz. And he said the next day he started a bit of an S-storm on the show because he said I wasn't really under. He said I was just doing what I thought you guys wanted me to do.
Good.
Okay. So you maintain that Buzz was under?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
He's a keeper.
He's a
really?
keeper.
You think
I'd
he's
like
a
to get him
keeper?
in a show.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Ever do remotes like that? Let me know.
All right,
yes.
Let's bring in Lisa and Wendell. and let Gary meet each of them. I'm telling you, if you didn't hear the show a couple of years ago when Gary put Buzz under,
right,
we really were peeing our pants.
It was pretty damn funny.
He had Buzz doing some wacky stuff.
Whoa! What an upgrade with this show.
Lovely, isn't she?
Yeah, Lisa's just...
Hey, speaking of a Buzz.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi. Now, what questions do you have to ask her? I mean, to find out... to find out if she...
Yes or no, that's all.
Wow, oh, God. He is attracted to you.
Gary.
Bada boom.
Gary, tell poor Lisa you're not going to do anything.
No, we're not going to do anything.
Unsavory.
Unsavory, right now.
How do you tell if she's the type of person who has the personality who would be...
well, see, how she folded her arms, so right away she's defensive. So that's...
I'm cold.
Oh, well, we can fix that too.
That would be nice. Any chance you can get her to take
you sure you don't want to join us?
Gary, Conrad, the horny hypnotist.
No,
ladies and gentlemen. I've done it already.
Can you get her to take her shirt off?
Maybe not here. But
All right, and our other
we're rapidly going downhill. This is a decline.
Our other subject for you is our engineer.
Hello, engineer.
Wendell Hall. We love him.
Wendell Hall, baby.
Now, if
Super Bowl fame, I was listening about his stories on the way. We'll have him reprise how he acted at Super Bowl time.
Oh,
so
that would
everyone could do it. Because he did some great laughters, but I want to hear the original.
Why?
Oh, you know what? That's
Wendell.
a great idea, Gary, that if you get Wendell to really laugh for us, like he'd laugh the way he did the other night in the car, that would be fantastic.
All right, so you're going to leave now and prep them. How long will it take you to prep them?
It depends on, their focus or concentration, the alacrity with which they want to do this, and all that good stuff.
All right,
are they fearful? Are they
all right, well, get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay.
Take him in the other room. Thank you.
See you later, kids.
Thank you, Wendell. I'm telling you, even though Buzz maintains he wasn't under.
Funny.
I'm telling you.
Gary's funny. I remember that about
Buzz was under. And geez, he had the hornies for Lisa, right?
The thing about Gary, though, where he differs from other hypnotists, so many of these guys are like, hello, I'm the amazing Blackstone, and I'm going to... He doesn't do that, but he's very confident in his abilities. And I think back to our discussion with you, and I know that what you had said is you weren't doing anything you didn't want to do.
Well,
but
that's typical.
I think he had you under in some regard, Buzz, because I remember the way you did it.
You were so out of control, Buzz, and you're never out of control like that.
I didn't want to let anybody down that day. Remember, when I first told you that I didn't think I was hypnotized was that night after we were off the air.
Right.
And then the next day you encouraged me to stay on the air, what I had told you the night before.
No, I'm all for the truth.
Right.
And I think that you think...
that's what I think.
The truth.
But if you'll remember, the next day, to try to prove or disprove this, you had me redo some of the Howard Cosell, the Ethel Merman, the Paul Harvey, and I replicated them on the air the next day.
Did he? I don't remember that.
He did. It's just when you were doing it, there was a look on your face that I had never seen before, and I'm saying this to you because I remembered it. I remembered how significant it was. You had a look on your face, and I think you more than anybody else when they come back in here. I want your opinion as to whether you think that they're under, because I want you to see it on the other side,
right?
And maybe we're going to get, and we're going to be watching them carefully because I want to see if we've got the same looks that Buzz had on his face, and it's this kind of, not a glassy eye, but it's just like, I will do anything I am told.
What I'm looking forward to is to see how Wendell did, because Gary took 3 of us backstage last time he was on this show, and I don't remember who the third party was, but it was myself, Wendell, and one other person.
He couldn't do Wendell last time.
He wasn't able to do Wendell last time. Now, he's going to go for something different with Wendell this time, so maybe this will work. Who knows?
Maybe Wendell's still got enough alcohol in him that he'll be more susceptible to opening up whatever doors are inside.
Absolutely.
The subconscious of Wendell Hall.
Very, very cool. Be interesting to watch. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
All right, so Gary's in the other room hypnotizing Lisa right now. And goddamn, wow, did he get aroused?
Yes.
As soon as Lisa came in the room.
He did. It's like, whoa, upgrade, hey.
Don't you think that he looks a little like Hef?
Yes, he does.
In the face?
He's like a younger, blonder Hef.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a combination of Hef and Jim Fossil.
Now, what's he do? Does he go around the country, like, performing, or does he...
He goes to comedy
clubs. Right? Or what? It's like, I was wondering... It scares me when a hypnotist, say, what can we plug for you? And he said, he's a performer. He does shows.
I think the last time he was here, he was going to be in quite a few of our affiliate cities. He was going to go by Buffalo, and go by Green Bay, and go down to South Carolina. And I think that this time, frankly, he's just, now they brought some pictures of him with famous people. Here he is right here, hypnotizing Tony Bennett.
That's how that went.
There he is with Tony Bennett. Here he is with some dude up on stage, and he's making him take off his shirt and dance.
There you go. He's got the tuxedo on there.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah, he's a dead ringer for half of these pictures.
Yeah, he is. Just really excited. We're going to have the bunnies will be gathering. I have my brother, my twin brother, my younger brother, Gary Conrad.
Are they going to be in the grotto?
They will be in the grotto. Shortly before they make their way down to the grotto, Gary will be hypnotizing them, and then they'll make their way into the grotto, and they will begin Palatio. I'm very excited about
Gary. When you say grotto.
The grotto will be filled with bunnies, all various sizes. We've got, this is Heather. Heather, come over here. Heather, and this is Lisa. We've got Bambi over here, Bubbles over here. They've all recently had implants. We love having them in the grotto.
In the grotto.
Fantastic job. I'm happy this is my younger brother, Gary Conrad, the hypnotist.
All right, well, he's trying. Buzz, how long did it take?
About 20 minutes or so last time.
All right, well, then we'll move on with the show. Oh, listen, I started to tell you. So I got a list of questions for Lisa to ask people. They're expecting anywhere between 500,000 and 1 million people tomorrow at the Inner Harbor for the Ravens parade.
Good.
For winning the Super Bowl. The first question is, may I ask ye a few questions for Ravens Radio?
Okay.
I mean, the fact is...
Technically, we are Ravens Radio in Baltimore. That's our station.
That's our station. Now, Rob Nixon, my first question. Who let the dogs out?
Why?
Well, because, the boy and I had a conference, and he says, and I think he might be right, you get a lot of yahoos down there who would just immediately start screaming, "The Ravens! The Ravens let the dogs out!"
Right.
So we've nixed that. The second question will be, are you a native Baltimorean?
Mm-hmm.
Describe the excitement here today. What do the Ravens mean to you?
Okay.
And now we're going to get to the fun questions. MVP Ray Lewis just kills me. He's so talented. Don't you think? I think he's worked because it's Lisa asking the question.
Right.
It's a hot girl.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to say thank you to Ravens owner Robert Irsay?
That's the good one. I like it when we include the mistake in the question. That's always very humorous.
Do you now, or have you ever had syphilis or gonorrhea?
Thank you. I was hoping. I was waiting. I didn't want to jump in there.
Which
I was
one?
hoping you to have there. All right.
And then finally, repeat after me. Bromo Seltzer Tower. Pollock Johnny. English's Fried Chicken. Domino's Sugar Factory. Boog's Barbecue. Art Donovan. Mayor Schmoke.
How about Right On?
All right.
You want right on?
Right on. And you know what, Rob?
Yeah.
Make number 9, who let the dogs out?
Okay.
I mean, make it the last question.
The question's just funny.
Yeah. And finally,
it'll be really funny if we get the total confusion by the question.
Yeah.
Who let the... What?
No, I think Rob was probably right in that regard.
Yeah, the dog go, Ravens! Ravens let the dogs out!
Ravens.
Hello? Who let the dogs out? Oh, come on! Let all those dogs out!
And finally, thank you for your valuable time as you celebrate the Ravens.
So that's Robert Irsay is my favorite.
There you go.
Right on! Well, tomorrow, the big parade, of course, and Lisa will be right in the middle of it.
It's supposed to be at least warmer than it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be in the mid-50s.
Pouring rain.
Lots of pouring rain.
Right. Be perfect out there.
She'll be down there with the tape recorder, all of those tape broadcasts from your Ravens flagship station,
Ravens Radio.
WJFK.
Right on, Mr. Modell.
Right on. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hello, Dennis.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, Dennis.
Hey, do you need a Tampa League player?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Remember when Don said no to you that time?
Yeah.
Oh, that time when I screamed at him and actually lost my voice
I don't
for a couple days?
I don't want to scream right now, but no.
Okay.
Stay away.
Hey, can I promote where I'm going to be in 2 weeks?
Sure, Dennis.
I'm going to be doing a radio show from Iowa.
You're going out to Iowa again?
Yeah, I'm going to do a love show.
Oh, that's right. He's doing a Valentine's Day show.
Yeah, it's going to be Saturday, February 17th.
At one of our affiliates. Which one? KCJJ?
KCJJ, and it's going to be from 7 to midnight, Central Standard Time.
Gotcha. All right, Dennis. We'll listen for you then.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, Dennis?
The commercial. The Bud Light commercial with that guy and a girl.
Yes.
Did you like that one?
Yes, I did.
Look, I just bought
There we see. You and I both have the same comedy eye.
Hey, we do, Mike.
And we have the same itchy eye.
Dennis, if it was up to me, you'd be in crap.
I'm not crap.
I know you are. I mean, I know you do. I know you are crap. I know you love crap.
Right.
And frankly, maybe, Rob, what was the little girl on the Partridge Family?
On the Partridge Family?
Tracy, yes. Yeah. Perhaps someday you could be the Tracy Partridge of crap with Mike O'Mara.
I don't see, Dennis, I don't want to be really cruel, unduly cruel here, but at this particular time, I don't see any way for you working your way into crap.
There's no way I can get into crap, huh?
Not right now, Dennis.
You don't think Dennis is crap?
I think Dennis
crap material?
I don't think Dennis is crap. I don't.
Well, let me go play with my crap.
But just remember, I know now, as Don said before, I am crap.
Oh, I know you're crap.
And I'll be making those kind of decisions now.
All right, goodbye, Dennis.
Okay, have a pleasant evening.
We will. Goodbye.
Doug?
Yes, Dennis.
Good job.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Do you think Dennis could be a crap groupie?
No.
A copper maniac?
You know, to be honest with you, I don't want Dennis anywhere near...
Crap head?
I don't want Dennis anywhere near my crap.
Crap liquor? Crap eater? A crap... What do they call them? Parrot heads? Crap heads?
That's right.
The crap bunch.
The S heads. SHI heads.
Yeah, you could change the name. Right.
Right. And there you could mark it with the fake dog do from the novelty store.
I know you want that fake dog do. We need a more subtle approach.
Licensed. Mike would never license that.
No way.
What you do is you get like one of those rubber strings.
Right.
That goes around the guy's neck.
And maybe just sit on the top of the head?
Like a hat. Yeah.
Poo.
Yeah.
As Johnny Knoxville calls it, poo.
Just think about it.
I'll be covered in poo.
Because I know it's Mike O'Mara's crap.
I know that's what you think it is, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the vote of confidence. But for now, it's just plain crap.
All right.
Thank you.
You're so humble.
I try. You know, it's false humility, though.
And Rob pulled out the tape of the time that I was screaming at Dennis. I believe that this is one time when Buzz was going to have to take some time off, and Dennis, I think, wanted to do the news.
Good. Then I can answer Dennis. Dennis, in answer to your question, can you be in the group crap? This is my answer. We preserved that.
Great moment in show history.
Fantastic.
All right, listen, when we come back, the hypnotist is still working with Lisa and Wendell, and we're going to go right to our wacky story file.
Very good.
Oh, and Rob, pull out the Colonel Sanders tape.
You got it.
Might be a chance to hear that, too, because we got a Kentucky Fried Chicken story coming up.
Oh, chicken.
We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
The Don and Mike Show cordially invites you to a beautiful evening in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Friday, February 23rd, it's the Don and Mike Lake Tahoe Reno-style show. This gala show will include all the raunchy fun you've come to expect, including the underwear fashion show, of course. The show is at Harrah's of Lake Tahoe, and it starts at 8 p.m. It's first come, first served. So make your plans now. We invite your ass to come on down.
The Don and Mike Las Vegas style show.
I'm cutting a fucking spot, Tony.
Don't miss it.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Hello, man.
Just like 4 solid hours of prostate manipulation.
Right.
The Don and Mike Show.
And Mike, I believe we have a bit of ass kissing coming our way.
We do?
I could be wrong.
All right.
But it says on the screen, the guy's name is David.
Yeah.
San Luis Obispo, California. Our radio station is KCAL, 99 FM. The guy would like to talk about our monkey gram spot that we cut for the network.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello, hey, Don and Mike.
Hi there, you're on the air.
Hey, you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Okay, what the...
Well, now listen, I want to tell you something. It took Mike and I nearly an entire day to make it through the copy for monkey grams.
Well, what does he do? Does he fling crap, or is he,
No.
is he real...
He's a lovely stuffed animal.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It is something that they are selling on the network.
I'm holding one right now, as a matter of fact.
Could you give us listen, because the commercial was such a pain in the ass for us to do. Can you give us a review of the commercial?
Oh, Sure. It says, hello, you can have your monkeygram sent to your house.
He's just an ass.
Right. Okay. Never mind.
I'm holding a white-handed gibbon.
I thought we were actually going to get some real feedback on our Monkeygram Network commercials from Westwood One, which incidentally is the network that loves to rape.
Yes. And pillage.
They love to rape. Here's the latest that they came to us about Westwood One today.
Right.
I mean, we've got all kinds of problems with them. The network owes us an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah, they've been holding back.
And Ken came today and came into the office and he said, well, the deal is that out of every dollar that comes in, the company gets this much, and you guys, Don and Mike, get this much.
Yeah, you split this much up, and we said, No, we have a contract that says we split this much up. And then there was much, oh, really? I don't think that's right. I don't want to go, boy, I tell you, this is a bad day for me.
And he says he wants to go back and read the contract. Ken, you wrote the contract.
Yeah, it's all on paper, and it's easy to figure out. It's just a question of, giving us what we were promised.
Yeah, well, listen, they've already...
And they do that well, don't they?
They've already got the money for commercials that they sold on our network show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're just not letting us have the money.
Exactly. They don't mind making it. It's just they don't like doling it out when it has to be doled out because you have a contract that said that's what you get.
And he came in today with a lame song and dance. And listen, I just let you a behind-the-scenes thing. What's really going on? I had lunch with Alan, the de facto general manager, on Thursday. Right. And I told him all of the things that you and I were upset about.
Right.
How the company won't put us on in any major markets, on FM stations, about how Westwood One owes us an ungodly amount of money, about how Ken has lied to us about getting us on radio stations. Ken has lied to us about we're going to come up with this different deal for syndicating, that different deal for syndicating.
Yeah, and meanwhile, things just kind of stay right where they are.
So I know that Alan had this conversation with Ken. So Ken comes in today and doesn't bother to say to me, hey, I had a conversation with Alan.
Right.
I think we should address some of the problems.
Yeah.
Instead, he comes in and goes, how's everything going? I said, it's going the same. He said, it sure would be great if the company would clear you in Los Angeles and Chicago. I said, yeah, that would be great. We'd be very happy. I said, yeah, I think I'm going to get to work on that. I said, okay, great. I said, what about all this money the company owes us? And that's when he came back in.
He said, no, you don't get this much, do you?
Yeah.
We said, yes, we do. Oh, that's not what I remember. Well, shocker.
Right.
Shocker, you remember it as less.
Right. God. Right. I told him, you forget, I'm married to the human calculator. I called my honey immediately. And I said to Frida, who incidentally says to me every single month when we get our income statements from the network, she says, how come the network show is making this much money,
right,
yet you're only getting paid this much money?
I would say, really, and I'm going to have the person that does that, I'm going to have them get all the records of it, because we're going to have to do that.
Frida's got them all.
Yeah, you have to. That's the only way we're going to do it.
She's got them all.
Go back and match it up with what they say.
She's got them all.
That's the best way to do it.
I'm telling you what. So I love that woman. She's good like that. She loves making me eat cornflakes. But damn, when she gets on a topic, like about us being gypped out of money by the station.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Well, hi, my boo-boo.
Hey, listen, sweetie.
Yeah?
Without getting into specifics, you have, on that Quicken thing, you have every month the amount of money that me and Mike have gotten for syndication, right?
Right.
Right. And it doesn't add up, does it? I mean, without giving specific numbers.
What do you mean it doesn't add up? It adds up to how much money you've gotten.
Yeah, right. What I'm saying, she would have to have the information of what they say that they've made, and it wouldn't add up in that regard. I know what you're saying.
I have that. I have that. If they say they get $10 in, and you get $250 of that, I have all that.
Okay, so
All I know, but see, that's the thing. All I know is...
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I just heard what she said, and she brings up an interesting point. All she knows is what they've told her.
Right, hold on.
And see, the things that Ken had in front of you today are not the things that we received, you see.
Yeah, let me tell you something off the air.
Ken is saying he got $100 if the network got $100.
Let me take you off the air for a second and tell you an amount of money that Ken said to me and to Mike that our show has billed.
Yeah, that's terrific. And Buzz, you and I will pad while he does.
You don't have to take me off the air because you've mentioned what, and it's ludicrous. I mean, it's ludicrous.
Hold on, let me make sure I tell you. Hold on. Okay, now.
All right, now Don is going to go tell Frida because we want to make sure that we're all on the same page with the numbers and such.
Right.
It's very frustrating, Buzz.
It's all written down somewhere, though.
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay, so she has the figure.
I mean, sure, her stuff is all there on paper.
Right.
So they sent
I can tell you. Wait a minute. I'll pull it up on Quicken, and I'll tell you the percentage that...
Great. What is the percentage of money that the company has paid us, and what is the...
Out of what they have received.
And what is the percentage of money that they owe us?
Wait a minute.
That's a good question. I like that.
Look, I memorize reports, because I have it all on a report. I can tell you every year. Now I've got the report right in front of me.
I tell you, she's the greatest with crap like this. Any of you guys out there like me, you're dumb with money and stuff, you got to marry yourself a girl like Frida.
So if you're saying for the year 2000, just in rough, just in
roughly, right.
The number you just told me,
right? And you can even lowball it a little bit.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, I'm just doing estimates on. I mean, I'm not that great in math, right off the top of my head. But I'd say, from what we've been told they've received is 10% of that.
10%.
10% of that figure you told me that they said they received in the year 2000. What they reported to us is 10%. And of that 10%, you get 25%.
So we've
No. All right, I take that back, because I'm looking at your totals. Wait a minute.
Honey, just tell me something. If...
Let me take that
They're not paying us the money that they should be paying us.
Okay, wait a minute. I take that back. 50%. That's a lot better than the 10% I just told you. But 50 of that...
I don't follow this.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
My brain's starting to hurt.
Start again. Okay, take me off the air and I'll tell you.
All right, hold on, please. Mike, hold on. Phil for a second.
Okay, what we're trying... The reason... For those of you who might not know what we're doing here, we feel like that we're getting held back stuff that we should have because the company has it. You see, when you go out and you collect money from advertisers and you receive the money and it's in, and it comes in, it's paid, you should get a certain percentage of that. We seem to have a little problem with that.
Being on the network is not
significant, whether it's 10% or 50%, whether, if you got your paycheck and each month half of it wasn't there, you'd be a little concerned.
You'd notice.
And if 90% of it wasn't there, you'd be mad. And I think it's somewhere in between.
I got the answer.
Okay.
I got the answer. This company, this cheap company, has paid us 1/4 of the amount of money
that they owe us,
that they have contracted in writing to pay us for the syndication of our show.
Based on what's been collected.
Yes.
1/4.
Yeah.
1/4. So if you got a paycheck every month and you had 1/4 of it, and 3/4 of it weren't there, you'd be a little upset.
See, that's the thing. I mean, that's the difference. Is that it's like one of these movie companies when all the actors, when the hardball actors say they ask to look at the books. We don't look at the books. So,
yeah, but we get
a statement. I know what she's saying. We do get a statement, but that doesn't mean jack. And what Frida is saying is what we probably should do anyway, is that we should have our folks, both of us, independently audit the books. And that's not like going in and doing a full-fledged audit. It's simply going in with somebody who knows what they're looking for to, make sure that we're getting what we're supposed to be getting. I mean, we're relying on accountants that work for this company.
Right, they work for Infinity
to even tell us. And that would answer not only the question is, where is the money that's been collected, but it would also make sure that the number they're saying that's been collected is a legitimate number. That's not something I want to do.
And when Ken told you that figure, the question is he saying that's what's been billed or that's
what's been collected?
Well, then, every month we get a figure that's been collected, what they say has been collected, and you get your proper percentage of what they have told us is the collected sum.
And we're getting screwed, right?
But what they're saying has been collected is way off from what Ken is saying has been collected.
And now that I think of that, that's cause for alarm. And,
God, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you.
You're so good.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
You're so good with stuff like this. Goddamn, you are a genius. You really are a genius.
Well, Alfred, you know what? Mike, if you'd like
That would save me a step if you would do that. I'd love that.
Email it to Mike.
Yeah,
email it to me. That'd be fantastic.
All right,
I'd like to take a look at that because we need to be. I think it's time to circle the wagons.
Yeah, you'll see like 5 or 6 years of it, all in a nice little.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I mean, she's got every month for the last, and who knows how long this is.
You know what's great too is you send me that, and I'll check that with Diane, and we'll all be on the same page, and then well proceed from there.
Gotcha. Good.
All right, honey.
Okay, bye, Boo Boo.
And the bottom line on all of this is that Ken's a liar. Ken came into the office again today, knowing that I had the conversation with Alan on Thursday.
And didn't make mention of that, just said, well, out of the blue, he's checking these things out.
He's looking into it now, because he's doing us a favor.
And then kind of says, I don't remember it as that.
Right. And then says, you know what? This company should be clearing you in Chicago and Los Angeles. They should be.
We're worn down, folks.
Yeah.
We're worn down about this. I mean, and we're worn down because it's just been an awful lot to deal with. It really has.
And frankly, it's gotten past petty stuff. I mean, how would you feel if you worked for a company and they sent you a statement every month saying the amount of money that they made, and you had to deal with them saying you were going to get a certain percentage of that money, and a year and 2 years went by and you never got the money?
Right.
How would you feel?
That's a real easy thing to do. That's an easy thing to take care of.
Nope, I'll have her email to it tonight.
And it's heavy. I mean, it's heavy stuff.
I know.
They're not going to like it. So I hope that the prospect of that causes them to maybe go back and make this situation right. Because I think it's been done like so many things are done here that we let them get away with, kind of herky-jerky. And once we make noise that, proper channels are going to be followed. And I think it's probably time that that gets cleaned up a little bit. We wanted to be syndicated. We were anxious to get on all these radio stations.
Yeah, but we wanted to make some freaking money at it.
But at the time, we were like, fine.
Yeah, but
that's fine.
But now we're making money.
Change. Right, exactly.
Now we're making money. Now we got ratings. We got good stations. And they're not giving us our money.
I know.
I mean, that sucks. That sucks on ice. And they know it. They freaking know it.
It's ridiculous.
Please.
I don't get it.
Me either.
I don't get it, but yet I do get it.
I'm sorry that I'm dragging the show down here, and I promise to get off this topic, just so you guys understand.
But there's a guy, I believe it's John Malkovich, who says it best.
What does he say?
Pay that man his money.
When we bitch and we complain, it's beyond ego stuff with, tell this disc jockey to stop doing this, tell this disc jockey to stop doing this.
And this just comes at a bad time, too.
Put us on this station like you promised us. I mean, this is a contractual issue, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's a contractual freaking issue.
Everybody, the key to this, starting this, and so we get this done right, is for all of us to have the numbers, and for 3 individuals, I'll include your wife with you, me, and our guy in Chicago.
Right.
So we all know what's going on.
Correct.
Because that's who it affects directly.
Right. Okay. So that's why we're really pissed. I mean, that's one of the reasons we're pissed off.
Yeah, that's not
at this company.
We're not talking about asking for something that we're not, that they're going to do us a favor on. There's so many things here that we say, hey, will you help us out here? This is beyond that. This is something that is pure, dot the I's, cross the T's stuff. It's what they owe us.
Yeah.
Like you would take a job, they'd say, this is what we're going to pay you, and you would expect to get paid. That's it.
Right.
And you expect to get paid promptly.
And F you. That's all I want to say. Just F you. F you, Ken.
F you.
F you, Alan. F you, Jeremy. F you, Jim. Jesus Christ. Rats. They're rats. They're all rats, man.
We're just sitting here doing what we do. People ask me, do you like your job? I said, I love my job. Love coming in here and making radio in the afternoon. Everything else about it is the name of my band.
Right. Mike O'Mara's crap. All right, well, and the other reason, and I promise I'll get off the soapbox, Rob, time me 30 seconds.
Ready? Go!
The other reason we bring this to your attention is, if in fact in the coming days things get hairy, you understand exactly where we're coming from.
Yeah, we like to tell you because we like you to know when we get heavy.
It has nothing to do with this disc jockey said this, or this disc jockey said this, or put us on this time slot, or put us on that time slot, or play a promo. It comes down to these pig effers are jipping us out of money that we've earned.
Right.
That contractually we've earned.
Time!
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Hey, that's me and his money.
Okay. Now, is the hypnotist ready?
How's he doing back there?
Would you go check?
He's been over half an hour.
Jesus, I got the chills. I got the douche chills.
Picked up that cold from your son.
Yes. I got the douche chills.
We didn't come back as a necessarily healthy group from Tampa.
Coming back sick from Tampa was not a good time for Ken to come in the office today with his mealy mouth, half-assed, hat in hand.
Right.
Hey, I don't think that things are as bad as you guys think they are. I think the deal is this. All right, it's the wrong day for that entire direction. Today was the day that you should come in and say, listen, you know what? You've got a complaint. Let's deal with the complaint.
Right.
You think you've got some contractual issues? Let's fix them.
He's not ready yet. He's still preparing. It looks like Wendell. I couldn't interrupt because I didn't want Wendell to go psycho and shoot everybody.
All right, then we will break.
Hopefully by the end of the break we'll have some hypnotized folks in here.
I hope so. But you think about that. Wouldn't you be pissed if you did a job and your boss told you if you do your job, you're going to make this amount of money?
You have violated your own 30-second time limit.
I know it.
Hey, that's me and his money.
Sorry. Be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I received 99 years. The same day I went to trial, there was a man cut another man's nuts off during an aggravated robbery of a convenience store, and he got 40 years. I don't see how the system is actually working.
Well said. Two of Carmi's minions, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Really?
Hey, let's get Gary, the hypnotist, in here. Rob, would you please check and see what the deal is if he's
interrupt him, Rob. Go ahead and interrupt him by now.
See if he's hypnotized either Lisa or Wendell by now.
I didn't want to go in there.
If not, well, Rob should have taken one of his pills.
If he took one of his pills, he's like,
Gary! He's much more assertive when he takes his tranquilizers. Gary, how are you? Thursday night when we were driving to the airport.
Yeah, you can tell with him.
It was me and him and Bart, and I just looked at him and I said,
once he takes his attacks.
You took your pill, didn't you? And Thursday night he said to me, I took 1.5. The doctor said just take one, but I took 1.5.
1.5, whoop-dee-yip-dee,
And then he took 2 on Sunday morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, double check with him, but I'm pretty sure he told me he took 2.
His attack.
Rob Downey Jr.
Rob, you got it there? Okay, here's the...
Rob, you took 2 on Sunday morning, right?
Yes.
Yep.
He needs 15 minutes, he said.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
15 minutes? That's what he said.
Wendell trouble again, I think.
15 minutes?
Well, then we'll just move on with the show. And if he can hypnotize these people, he can come in and show us what he's
appears
done.
to be making progress from what I saw, but he said he needs 15 minutes.
All right, well, then you know what? We're going to do a phoner here, and then we're going to go to Buzz, and then if he's ready, he can come on in.
All right.
Now, here from our wacky story file, here's what we got for you. 2 people who think they have the Colonel's recipe. From Shelbyville, Kentucky. There was a handwritten note that Tommy and Sherry discovered in the basement a year ago. Colonel Harlan Sanders' recipe for fried chicken. They bought their home, a white mansion on US 60 West, from Colonel Sanders in the 1970s.
It's entirely different.
Among appointments and other notes, in boxes of documents, was a recipe for fried chicken that called for 11 herbs and spices.
Very good.
They are considering selling the recipe through an auction house.
Well, that might be, if it's 11 herbs and spices.
They contacted KFC to see whether the company would verify that the recipe was authentic, and in return, KFC filed a sealed lawsuit asking that the paper found by these people be stricken from the record.
Wow.
So they've got the real thing. That's pretty cool.
I wonder if they'll share it with us over the phone.
Like it matters.
It's entirely different. Well, like, hasn't it been duplicated in... Well, that guy that wrote the book and dedicated it to you, Buzz. Right, yeah, and to you guys as well. Yeah, I think he has at least something very near and can, make chicken that tastes like the Colonel's.
Yeah, I've made it. It's really simple. I think it's salt, pepper, paprika, and accent.
All right, well... Really? Well,
yeah.
there are 11 herbs and spices,
Well, they say there's 11, but don't be fooled.
All right, the phone number is... all you use is accent in the guy's book?
That's all I use. It tasted great. All right, the phone number's busy. We'll come back to him. We got another guy who says JFK's assassination was a giant hoax. He has evidence that John F. Kennedy survived the assassination. Wow. And has spent the last 37 years tanning himself on a Greek island.
Right. Hey, I always like these guys. Mm-hmm.
Love guys like this.
I guess those autopsy photos don't mean a thing.
Yeah, that one picture of his brain blowed up real good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a horrible picture of the one where you can just see, you know, it's the corpse, right?
Yeah, back and to the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Back and to the left.
And will we ever really know? No, never.
Isn't there something saying that, like, at some time in the future, they're going to open a time capsule and they're going to announce the results?
Gary's coming in now. Hold on.
Well, thanks for calling. If you're calling to set up an interview about the JFK story, because of the overwhelming interest in it and because of the urgency of the story, my focus right now, I've been working on this.
I'll call that guy back later. Gary Conrad has come back in with Wendell and with Lisa.
Lisa is out.
Who appear to be hypnotized.
Get the bongo drums going, Gary. Bongo drums, get the humming going. Little louder and get toes tap, toes tap.
Well, we got 1 for 2. Okay, Wendell was not a taker?
Wendell can't follow instructions worth a dang.
Wendell, now, we tried this before with you, right?
Tried it before.
Try implies failure.
Okay. Well, thank you for trying. Wendell, do you believe that Lisa's truly under? You've been in there? Have you seen her?
I got him on, boys.
Okay. All right, Wendell's giving us the so-so sign. Let's see now. Gary Conrad, master hypnotist, has our very own Lisa.
You're going to let me plug my gigs in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, we asked you that before. What gigs do you have?
I've got J.W. Breakers in Simpsonville, South Carolina on the 12th and the 13th, coming right up. And Charleston, South Carolina, where they love you, I'm going to be in North Charleston, Desperados. March 1, 2, and 3.
Didn't I ask the guy as soon as he came in, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, what do you have to plug? He said, I don't know. I just thought I'd come by. But he wants to plug. We got the plugs in there. We'll give
last time here I was plugging my Green Bay, Wisconsin gig.
Right. You can plug whenever you come on here. We expect you to plug. You plug where? We're in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge is AAA play. I don't know.
All right, Lisa's on it. Now let's keep you take that microphone and let's put this microphone down near Lisa here.
All right.
Keep that one by Lisa's face.
All right, Lisa, listen, on 3 your eyes are open. When you're open your eyes, you're just going to start singing because you're Madonna and you're going to just hit it right from the top quick on that high note. 1, 2, 3. Madonna.
Like a virgin. Hey. Touched for the very first time. Like a virgin.
Straddling
Where's that photographer?
With your heartbeat next to mine, gonna give you all my love, boy.
I can sing in Chinese. 1, 2, 3. Now back to English, Madonna.
Like a virgin. Hey, touched for the very first time.
You gotta see her. She's into it.
Yeah. She is.
Like a virgin.
Looks like Madonna.
With your heartbeat next to mine.
Stand and sleep, child. All right, listen. Whoa, you got good posture there.
Oh, Gary. He does like it when Lisa is leaning against him.
He does. He likes that a lot.
Keep your eyes open. You're going to be your normal self, except for a couple things. Every time I snap my fingers, you're going to notice that Mike is the most attractive man you have.
Oh, no.
Okay, you just sit on his lap and remember.
No. Do it to Don.
Do it to Don.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fantasy.
Yeah. Change it, please.
All right, on 3, you're just going to do that for Don. The more I snap my fingers, the more attractive he becomes, the better he smells, and you just want to get them earmuffs off him so you can blow in his ear. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. How you doing, Miss Lisa?
Guys.
Howdy. Sounds like pretty good, Nathan.
Hi, Don.
Hi, howdy.
I'm glad you're back from Florida.
Thank you. Nice to be back. I'm just coming over on the other side. Here we go. You're on the console.
All right.
You lucky devil.
Okay.
How do you smell? You smelling them?
How do you smell? The new cologne you're wearing.
Oh, God. Oh, she is picking up.
better when you're blowing his ear.
She's picking up my headphones. I am getting. She's blowing on the back of my head.
It smells 3 times better when you rub his belly. 1, 2, 3. It smells
Oh,
3
don't rub my belly. Don't rub my belly. Jesus Christ.
It smells 5 times better when your hand's under his belly, right through his belly button. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You knock it off now.
Count of 3. Don just tooted. It's horrible. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, he just tooted. What's wrong, Lee? Come on.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
You know that citrus spray?
Yeah, here you go.
I know. Is she really under?
I don't know.
How's that?
What do you guys eat?
She's spraying.
Jerry, why don't you try that same thing with Rob? Try the same thing with Rob.
Whoa. Get the bongos, Charles. Get the bongos. And the hummers.
I enjoyed it.
You should.
But I think there's a part of her subconscious that always wanted that.
I'm sure that believes it's true. Absolutely.
So why don't you try it with Rob A? Can you do the same thing with Rob A?
Well, you want to make a little.
How about they dance together?
Yeah, can you do that? Can you have them do a sensual
That won't
dance?
be good radio, but if you want to use your wordsmith...
Yes, we want to see it.
Yes. Dirty dances with Rob. Okay.
Listen, on 3, your eyes are open. You're a dirty dance teacher, and you're teaching Rob how to dirty dance quick on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, listen.
Okay. That's one.
Okay. Hold on. Could you get her by the microphone there, Robbie?
Thank you. How about one hand here?
How about it?
One hand here is good.
Right.
I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder.
Okay.
And then one back here.
Okay.
And we just want to kind of put our knees, like intertwine our legs. We kind of just want to grind.
Oh, my God. Virtually having sex with Rob now.
Mike didn't want this.
Oh, my God.
One hand here.
Right.
One hand here is good.
Sure.
And just kind of move my hips in a circular motion.
Yeah,
Knees bent.
Right.
And you can feel just the groove like that.
Right. I feel the...
Have her sit down. I got another one for you.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
On 3, Rob tooted. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Rob.
Okay, put her back under, and I'm gonna ask a favor.
She sprays again.
Ask her if she could be Bobby Hollingsworth. That's a lady who works here at the station.
I think this kid can do for just about whatever she wants.
Really? Fantastic.
Yeah, she's real good.
See what I heard her.
Listen, on 3, your eyes are open. You're Bobby Hollingsworth. 1, 2, 3. Do it, Bobby.
Hey, did you guys see my dog in here the other day? There's still a bowl of the dog food.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the dishes in the kitchen. There's a water bowl and a dog bowl, and they're just there. The dog, he comes in, maybe like once every other month.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
Well, when you guys weren't here for vacation, he was here the whole week.
Can you ask her to be Bobby in a bad mood?
That,
bad mood, Bobby. Bad mood, nasty Bobby.
What?
Just pay us our money.
You want money?
Yes.
What have you done for me?
Oh, okay. All right. See that way.
Now you're Ken Stevens, and they just asked you about 4 specific questions, and you need to give those answers. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Ken.
Hi.
So do you have our answers?
Well, okay, look, here's the thing. All right. You're talking about a radio program and in different places where there's different things going on.
What about putting us on in Los Angeles?
Well, okay, there again, you're getting to, different places with different people.
Are you lying to us when you tell us this crap?
No, look, here's the thing, okay? There are, people in charge in one place. There's
Okay, put her back under. I got another one for you.
in another place.
And this time, Jim McClure, but she has to do an impression of his voice.
The Jim McClure voice, right?
You're Jim McClure.
And what's Jim McClure with? Jim McClure asking Rob out on a date.
Excellent.
You're weird, man.
No, it's good, though. That's a good one.
Jim McClure asking Rob out on a date. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. Hey, people, it's Jim McClure.
Hey, Rob.
Her chin
I was
disappeared.
wondering, what you're doing later. Well, maybe you, if you wanted to go out and get a bite to eat.
Is he really that stiff, Jim McClure?
Yeah,
Goodness.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hi, Jim. Now you're Homo Joe asking him out for a date. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open.
Homo Joe here, Don and Mike.
Hi, Homo Joe.
Hey, listen, this is why I was talking to you guys. I was wondering, if Rob, had some time he wanted to take away from carrying the baby, if he maybe wanted to go down with some of my girlfriends.
Are you attracted to Rob?
I always have been, and I'm thinking that there's a little part of him that might be attracted to me too.
Would you have anal sex with Rob?
I've thought about it. I've dreamt about it. Definitely.
Okay, put her back on her. I got one more. Oh, can I do one? Sure, go. Okay, make her an opera singer. I want to hear her sing like an opera singer.
Okay.
All right. I mean, really like
opera singer.
High-pitched
Beverly
opera singer.
Hills.
1, 2, 3.
Eyes open, sing. Okay, put her back on there.
Now you're Tom Gavin thinking he's an opera singer. 1, 2, 3. Tom Gavin.
Hey, guys.
Okay, put her back under. Put her back under. Okay, now have her be a monkey. Have her jump around and be a monkey. No, come on, please. Please have her be a monkey.
You think you're trying out to be a monkey?
You don't like monkey, huh? You draw the line at monkey.
Oh God, you're gonna spank a monkey?
No spank. See if she can act like a monkey.
You're a monkey. You want to do? I don't know.
She's doing it. Whoa. She's climbing up on the console.
This is why.
She's picking.
This is why you didn't want to do monkey. Wow.
Okay. She's climbing all over him.
Wow.
Okay, put her back in. I got one more. This is a guy who works at the station. Go ahead. Ask her to be JP Flame.
JP Flame?
Yes, she knows him. It'll only be funny to us.
Your eyes are open. You're JP Flame at his best. 1, 2, 3. JP Flame at his best.
Guys, hold on. Such a show the other day. We were silly. Bazilly, this thing going on. Looking an outline of the show, yeah. Got a lot of holes open here, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Super Bowl was silly. I mean, lots of sillies everywhere. I mean, just bazilly. Show. Well, my little one, my little kid, yeah, she's silly.
Have you gained weight?
1, 2, 3. Gain ground.
Don't get in, hot tub. Ow! Oh, man, what? Yeah! Ow! Hey, up! Here, talk! Get down! Down!
What do you think of the Super Bowl, James?
Hey, your head get down! Ooh! Ow! Ow!
How you feel, James?
Oh, hee-haw! Good. Feel good! Feel good! Ow! Hey, Brown!
Okay, you can put her back under again.
Hey, Brown!
Put her back under again. Now, let me ask you something.
All right, now you're observing now. In between, when you see that look that looks kind of like the tired, that's always the same. That's the way you
look at her. She's asleep now. He's taking her arm and he's just running like it's rubber.
It's always the same. That kind of that dead-eyed look. Yeah, there is something about the eyes. I'll grant you that. Yeah, but it's funny because I remember a lot of this
but
too.
Listen, she is an outgoing person.
Yes.
But the stuff that Gary's had her do here, is even outgoing and outrageous for Lisa.
Absolutely right.
Listen, Lisa, throw your eyes open. You're a valley girl, and you don't like the way any of us are dressed. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, valley girl. And
oh my God! Did you look in the mirror this morning? Her shoes.
What's wrong?
Her shoes don't match your dress. My God, this jacket and their shoes material all wrong.
Well, what about the way Mike's?
Hi.
Fashion police didn't call you today.
No, they didn't.
I tell you that color doesn't go with that.
I put her back on. I got one more for you.
Sorry.
This is one that she loved to do.
Oh my gosh,
I know.
God.
One more she'll love. Have her beat China, her favorite WWF star.
On 3, your eyes are open.
That's the one she loves?
Yeah. Tell us about your bout, China. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, China.
Feeling her boobs. Wouldn't you if you were?
Probably the scariest thing that has ever happened to me in the ring was when I was doing a clothesline and one of my implants broke. I mean, it was embarrassing. There I was in the ring in front of millions of viewers in a packed arena, and everybody's looking at me, and I have a busted implant. so embarrassing. But, you know, I had to deal with these things growing up, a lot of abuse, and my way to deal with it was to go and work out. I mean, I'm 5'10", you know.
Okay, put her under. I hate China.
Shape.
All right.
I am the only woman. Ow, I feel good.
Okay.
I knew that I would.
Make your yourself again. All right, make your
I'm the
On the scene.
And now she's back under again.
She's under again.
You know, either she's the greatest goddamn actress. No, I don't think Buzz and Lisa could both do that. I think they're both under. I really do. Absolutely. Could you ask her to be Larry Michael? Larry Michael? One last one. Absolutely. The absolute last one. Absolute.
On three, your eyes are open. You're Larry Michael, and Don and Mike are sitting here in women's underwears, but you're Larry Michael. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. Larry Michael.
Hi, guys. I'm Larry Michael. Mike?
Yeah.
Did you think when you left today, like I do, that you might want to put some clothes? Maybe you should go to Britches. They make me the best dressed man in radio. Britches of Georgetown. I do.
All right, put her back under. Put her back under.
John?
Yeah.
Working with you. Oh. You didn't go to Britches. I do.
Okay.
You should have got dressed this morning.
I put her back under. All right. You've done all of our favorites.
Man, that's an excellent round of applause. That's Gary Conrad. We believe this is legit.
Now, can you wake her up and can we ask her questions if she remembers?
I haven't gotten to that chapter yet.
Because she is just sprawled out in the chair in front of us right now.
Can you bring her back while we're here? I mean, can that be done or what?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll do it off air. If you do some commercials, I'll do it while you're here. But
you can take her back in the other room. You can take her back in the other room, and as a matter of fact, have your way with her if you like. and then bring her back after the commercials.
Yeah, we'd like to talk to her after the commercials.
Yeah, but get her out of here.
Right. Somebody keep an eye on Gary, too, while Lisa's
if you can wake her up and have her walk out.
All right, on three, your eyes are open. You're going to walk out, but one, your right leg is stiff as it can be. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. And we're just going this way. We're just going this way.
The right leg is stiff. You know, but that girl likes to put on a show. But again, that girl.
I believe she was under. I would say, Charlie, what do you think? I always.
What about that James Brown stuff?
I think she was out. I think she was under. It was in between. She had this similar every single time. You can't fake that. And she's too much of a show off that when we would be laughing out loud like that, if she was faking it, she'd be cracking a smile.
I could tell when they were walking down the hallway past the screening room there. Wendell looked in and kind of winked.
Right. As soon as I saw Wendell's eyebrows go up, like, I'm tired and sorry, but I'm not under.
And when they didn't look in at all. And when they were walking out, you know, she wasn't bending her right leg at all. She said, "You all right?" She said, "Oh, yeah." I mean, she had no idea she was walking out with her leg, not even bending it.
You should have seen her do the Madonna thing.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, yeah. She jumped up on the console.
Absolutely. I think it was legit. What do you think, Buzz?
China, she
did take on Madonna's look there for a moment. I can't wait to talk to her once she's out of the trance to see if she feels the same way afterward, because one of the things that struck me is I remember every little detail of that entire episode, of that entire hypnosis episode on the last show.
All right, well, we'll bring her in after the next stops it here in the element, and I'm sure he's in the other room with her right now going, "Okay, now, Lisa, take off your pants. Take off your pants."
I'm Gary. I'm still sore.
Buzz? Yes. It's time for the news of the comment here.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden,
that's a good
one
show.
Man found a way to bring good news to his people.
Buzz.
He made it up.
Buzz drank cranberry juice after his little segment.
Buzz, what is your lead story tonight?
Tonight, a day in court for a guy named Puffy.
Gotcha.
Stay tuned.
For news and comments.
Coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
Don and Mike Show. That was very professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Have you started thinking about Valentine's Day yet?
Having a hard time coming up with something that's different, something not outrageously expensive, something fun and easy, something really special for that special someone?
Well, the answer is a worldwide monkeygram.
1-800-858-5101.
A monkeygram is a cuddly, huggable, super plush monkey that arrives in its own special box. It comes with the finest truffles from Green Mountain chocolates and a handwritten personal message of love.
Imagine your loved one's face when the box arrives at the office or home, and out comes this adorable gift of love with truffles and a message like, "Whenever
Whenever I'm not around, hug this monkey and think of me.
It's so easy to send a monkeygram for Valentine's Day or any special occasion.
Call 1-800-858-5101, and one of our monkey business professionals will help you make this a gift that truly represents just how you feel.
Monkeygrams start at $39.95 and will keep giving love long after Valentine's Day.
Call now, 1-800-858-5101.
That's 1-800-858-5101.
Call now.
What's the word? We're playing crackpot.
Ladies, step into their studio and talk to St. Peter. The Don and Mike Show.
Time for news and comment here with Buzz, sponsored by egars.com. Egars.com has great gifts for Valentine's Day, including cigar samplers from Macanudo, Articus, and Punch. That's www.egars.com. Bringing us the news and comments. And just ahead of Buzz, Gary Conrad. Gary, whoa, where are you going to be? Where do you want to hike?
I'm going to be in, you told me I'm going to be right outside of Grand Forks, North Dakota. Fargo, they hear you?
Yes,
up
we're
there
in Fargo.
Believe it or not, the Westward Ho. Can you believe that?
Westwood H.O.
That is the name of the place, the Westward Ho?
Yep.
That sounds like a fascinating joint.
Classic place. And where else do you want to plug?
Oh, we're going to plug Desperados in North Charleston, South Carolina, JW Breakers in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and goodness gracious, where the heck else they got me? A lot of your places where you're heard, they've got me performing. So
are you getting your little itinerary out there?
I'm trying to find out where.
Well, while you're getting your plug sheet out, let's
not very organized for a hypnotist.
Baton Rouge.
Let's talk to Lisa for a second. Lisa, do you remember what happened to you?
I can remember.
What do you remember?
I can remember singing.
What did you sing? Do you remember?
Singing and dancing and stuff. I can remember kind of being aware of what was going on, but not really. I could hear. I was just very relaxed, just kind of going.
You still feel a little weird right now? Do you still feel a little?
My hands are shaking.
They are. Wow, it's a beautiful sight.
But
you came over and felt,
looking at your hands.
You came over and felt me up. Yeah, I know. It's a shocking thought. Not exactly the response I was looking for.
He's rubbing her face.
And that's when she came over and felt me up. And she's had the look of horror.
She's ready to die.
Hi, Mom.
And you dirty danced with Rob.
That was real. I thought that was a dream.
And you were
there you go. She's back.
You were up on the console singing like Madonna. And when you were China, you were playing with your boobs.
We were talking about my boobs?
You were.
You were talking about you were China talking about her implant.
Because when I talk about my breasts, I touch them.
You were just touching them right there. All right, so do you believe...
And that's okay.
Listen, for the record, were you faking it or not?
No.
No. Okay.
Have you ever felt this way before as far as... No?
Wow. Beautiful. Gary Conrad.
Way to go, Gary.
Master hypnotist.
Good job.
We love it.
Check him out at Westward Ho. I love the name.
You're out in Fire and Gold.
Really do.
All right, get out of here, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. See you later.
Give the plugs to Lisa. We'll keep plugging your gig.
We will plug you, absolutely.
He's so much better than those other jive-ass hypnotists.
Gary's a lot of fun. We love having him on the show. Great entertainer.
The difference is the other hypnotists, they come in and they think that they're Harry Blackstone.
Oh, yeah. Hello, I'm Blackstone. Yes, sirree. I'll be putting you under now. Says, stiff as a board. Yeah, we used to have tape of that one guy.
Tom Silver.
Tom Silver.
That's the guy's name.
Absolutely.
So, Buzz, did you believe that?
You know, it's funny. She says she doesn't remember much of her experience in her time under. And like I said a minute ago, I remember every detail of mine. So maybe she was hypnotized. I still contend I wasn't. Now, can the guy make you relax? Can he loosen up your inhibitions a little bit? Yeah. But, you know, it's a show. And when you work with him, you get into the spirit of that, and you participate in the show.
Well, that might be your perspective, but it sounds like maybe Lisa had a different experience.
I mean, she's an outgoing girl, and I think she would do about anything we asked her to do on the show. But what she did today under hypnosis was like time and a half over.
And the one thing he did say, though, that even when you are under, you will never do anything you wouldn't do. Right. Without, you would, as far as going to, like, for example, if Gary brought her back there and said, have sex.
When she came over and started rubbing my hair and stuff.
She would do that. She wouldn't do anything she didn't really want to do.
That's what we hear.
I think that's the way it's put. Does that make you feel better?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, very good.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. The opening arguments have been made, and the first witnesses called in the gun and bribery trial of rapper Sean Puffy Combs.
Yeah.
The trial began today with a surprise accusation.
Yeah.
Combs is not accused of shooting anyone the night 3 people were wounded in a New York club.
Hey, that's another thing Rob was doing at the Super Bowl all weekend.
Right.
Especially when he was drunk. When he was doing his gangster poses.
Nobody does it better.
Rob, there it is.
Let me see, Rob.
There it is. Give me one of these. Prosecutors today said they have a witness who saw Puffy fire a gun inside the club.
What?
Puffy's lawyer opened it by saying that the trial is about celebrity, not about justice.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
There's his lawyer.
Puffy's lawyer now.
Where have I heard that before?
The Ravens came home to roost this afternoon after winning Baltimore's first Super Bowl championship in 30 years. Excited fans were asked to stay away from the airport and away from the Ravens complex in Owings Mills, Maryland.
I bet they didn't.
They didn't, and many of them were actually not only allowed to touch, but to even hold the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I got mustard on it.
There'll be a victory parade in Charm City tomorrow morning at 11.
You stupid mooch, you got mustard on it.
And Lisa will be there.
Hey, look, now the Vince Lombardi trophy is going to have syphilis. Because I rubbed my open sore on it. Better take that old Super Bowl trophy down to the clinic. Where's Scott Darsow? Come on. Hey, Morty Bass. Morty Bass, look, I got my syphilitic hands all over the trophy. The trophy's got syphilis now.
Hundreds of thousands of people are expected to line the parade route tomorrow, and the mayor, of course, will hand the team the key to the city.
Hello there, team. Here's the key to the city. You all must be very proud, and I've got several buckets of English's fried chicken. We're sending Lisa tomorrow with a tape recorder.
Right.
You will hear everything that happens.
Kind of exciting right now. We've got the 26th annual Frog Hop. Virginia Baker.
This tape has nothing to do with the Ravens.
No. It's the greatest Baltimore accent that has ever been recorded.
Yeah, the late Virginia Baker.
Who's the organizer of all this? Miss Baker, why did you decide to go ahead and do this? What's the point of this?
Oh, let's see. Mayor McKeldin. He was our mayor. Don't you have a booklet with our history?
We've got all that. Why did you decide to do a Frog Hop?
Well, he sent me an application when he was mayor, and I thought, where in the world am I? I said, where is something? I'm going to get a frog. So nobody had a frog. I'm a city girl.
A frog.
The mayor at that time was a city fella.
Okay.
So I started you all help with publicity.
We have to run right now, but thank you. It looks like a really good idea. In fact, we've got some frogs on the loose. It's going to be going on for a couple more minutes, and look out.
You want to control room? It's like, get her off.
I heard a news report on a radio station today, WTOP, that is all the TV inane crap was dusted by this thing. They had. And now we've got our reporter, such and such, Joe Mook, who was at the Simpson family's house, and, well, they had, let's see what was on their menu. And they go to the report and say, it was a big day for the Super Bowl as they had spicy chicken wings, Coca-Cola, and lots of fun. I'm reporting.
That counts as a report on COC.
I couldn't be. Yeah, absolutely. Fine journalism.
The ratings were down just a bit, but a Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. CBS estimates that 130 million people watched the game last night. That would give the show a 40.3 rating. Survivor premiered right after the game with an audience of about 42 million people. CBS says the ratings for that show would have been higher if the second half of the game had been more competitive. They say the show would have also had more viewers if it had started earlier than the 10:17 p.m. start time here in the eastern U.S. The audience was, in fact, bigger on the West Coast, where Survivor started 3 hours earlier.
Like I say, you just cut off the stupid game at 9:30.
Yeah.
And you say Baltimore's going to win. Now we're going to play Survivor. We'll come back at 10:30. We'll play you the same for the rest of the game.
I don't know. I think they'd run you right out of town.
Buzz, hold on a second.
Okay.
We got a break. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
With